happening around the world. I believe 2 weeks ago or so, there was a river that was blood red. Okay, I believe last week in Ivory Coast, in the western part of Africa, there was five suns in the heavens, man. You know, brothers been seeing a lot of chariots lately. Okay, so the presence of the Most High coming to visit this earth is apparent, man. Give me 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter real quick. All right, going back to what the Lord said, man. He's coming down upon this earth, man, to give judgment. Okay, and our job is to what? To give warning to our people, and Lord willing, we save the elect out of this thing, man. All right. But get that brother got anything to say.
Yeah, I got a quick precept for you. This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
So that's going into natural disasters, man. Also the signs in the heavens. Okay, we're gonna be seeing. We got. I believe tomorrow there's gonna be a solar eclipse, and these Edomites, these satanic Edomites, are out here doing satanic seances on the left-hand side too. All right, because they believe in the energy and the vibration of the earth, man. All right, so they're also paying attention to prophecy. They're doing it on the left-hand side. We're doing it on the right-hand side. Okay, but the Lord said what? He's gonna give what? Signs in the heavens, man. Okay, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses. All right, we're gonna see a lot more chariot sightings. Okay, the heavens is going to be things that's unexplainable. All right, and ultimately people are going to come to us, the men of the Lord, for explanations to these mysteries, man. You know?
Right. Precept. Joel 2:31. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of Yahweh Shai.
Hey, and if you pay attention, these devils have this agenda where if you see a lot of chemtrails, the reason why they're doing that is because they want to fight against global warming. Okay, and how do they want to do that? They said they want to block off the sun. Okay, that's why they have all these chemtrails flying in the skies, because they want to have the clouds be so thick that you can't have no sunlight coming in, and that's quote unquote going to save the earth from global warming, man. And that's bullshit, because that's how Esau uses these words of rhetoric to change the minds of the people, man. The Most High, when you go into the book of Genesis, he created the heavens, he put the sun in the heavens to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. So he saw it and he said it was good. That means it was perfect. But Esau is going to come in here and say, oh no, we got to change the ways that the Lord has said it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scriptures say. He seeks to change laws and times, seasons. All right? So that goes to show you who the devil really is, man. All right? Get that precept. No, you want to say something?
And right now, Trump, if you could pan around, you roll the whole around, and you see Trump is the one who designed a whole new system that was called the Space Force. You got the Air Force, you got the Navy, but now they got the Space Force. And this clown is trying to develop a way where they could charter the heaven.
Right.
And guess what? The Lord knew that y'all was gonna do that. He gave y'all the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Right, so we're doing that right now, man. Our videos that we keep doing, all right, the way that we live in our lives, the way we're paying attention to prophecy. The Yahushua said, well, watch ye therefore and pray. Okay, so we're watching and we're praying and we're measuring the times diligently, man. They don't know what's going on, so they're not really watching the times. This could be judgment from the Heavenly Father. Okay, but that's why we're here. That's why they hate us, because we're rebuking them in the gates, like it says in the book of Amos, man. All right, get that? Keep going.
It says, I'm going to read that again. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And just like you were saying, measuring it diligently doesn't mean just sitting there and waiting to hear about it. Right. You actually have to be looking for the signs. That's why you have brothers go on these articles, these news websites, RT News and, other websites, okay, so we can see, all right, diligently meaning you're watching it very closely for any subtle changes. You see anything happen here? Oh, okay, we on it. Anything happen here? That's why the Lord created the internet, so that we don't have to be in Iraq to see what's going on there. Right. We don't have to be in Syria to see what's going on there, but we can measure it, all right, with the internet and filter it through the scriptures.
Right, and also use it to give warning to the sheep.
Yeah, because when you measure something, you have an object,
and you have a measuring device, whether it's a ruler, a tape measure, or a gallon or something to measure it too. So what are we measuring is the current events, and the ruler or the measuring stick is the prophecies. So you watch the current events is the object, and the measuring tape is the Bible. So you take the Bible and line it up with the current events, and you measure it, and you can see how close your Hawashad is. Because he said, what? That day shall not overtake thee as a thief. Because we constantly on our watch. So that day is not, going to come as a thief in the night for us. Because it said, what? Lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So the prophets and the men of the Lord going to be on these things, and we're going to know that what? The lamb draweth nigh by what? By taking the Bible, which is the measuring device, and actually measuring the current events to see where we at in time.
Right. It tells you that in 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, real quick, then you continue, says what? But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So the Apostle Paul was telling the brothers in Thessalonica, all right, the church in Thessalonica, that for the signs of the times as of right now, he doesn't have to write onto us about that, because we are in the spirit of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. So we're all aware of the prophecies, man. Like the elder just said, we're using the prophecies as the measuring stick, the measuring rod, as to what's happening around the world, okay, to gain an understanding and to give warning to the sheep. All right.
And if I may, bro, I had a whole lecture against one of my cousins that came from the same lineage as my mother. His mother is my mother's sister, and he deal with Islam. I deal with I deal with the Bible. I'm an Israelite, and I told him this. I deal with the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they adhere to the word Christian, but you gotta be bold when we step out here. And when you say, yo, you Israelite, or you are from the tribe of Judah, or you from Yahushua, people get offended by that, and they want to subject you to some type of forum. Yeah, they label you and they want to battle you. But you know what? This is off the spirit, bro. I'm gonna just let you know, when the brother was coming at me, he's coming off of the perspective of being of this world and Islam. And I was like, yo, look, man, when you deal with Islam, you're dealing with Egyptology. You're dealing with Kemetic science. So the reason why you don't understand this shit, and we understand the truth, you don't understand what's going on these days and times. Y'all don't understand that police gonna kill blacks or kill Israel. They're gonna do this, and everything that's going on in these days and times is prophesied.
Right. Hey, and
You know what I'm
Islam,
saying?
right? That's to attest to that. Islam don't got prophecies in their book, man. You know, the only book, that's why the scriptures tell you, and I believe in Isaiah, that says none shall want him mate. All right, there's only scriptures that has the history of the Israelite, the prophecies of the Israelites, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it has it all. No book could come out here and say, yo, our book also says that this is going to happen. No, it doesn't. And if it did, you took it from the scriptures, man.
And one significant prophecy is the chip.
Right.
So according to you niggas in Islam, you know, you're gonna take the chip. Because what, the chip is not in your book. Right. And a lot of y'all like to distinguish, like, oh nah, not in my book from the Bible, but without the Bible, the Quran couldn't stand.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Aisha, she, which was Muhammad's youngest daughter, which I believe he committed pedophilia with her, you know, because she was like 9, 10 years old at the time he started dealing with it. Now, whether he waited or not, that's to be seen. But Aisha comes from the woman David dealt with, Abishag. And if you take off the G and I think the A and the B, if you take off the G and the B and Abishag, you got Aisha. So what, Quran is really nothing but a carbon copy of the Bible, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he tried to mimic everything. It's just a watered down Bible.
And when you say Yashar Allah, if you talking about the Lord's chosen people, you saying Allah is in the middle of Yashar Allah.
Yeah. And in Arabic is no such thing as Arabic, you know what I'm saying? Because Ishmael, he spoke Hebrew because Abraham was a Hebrew.
That's right. And
You know
that
what I'm
was his
saying?
father.
And them people over there, most of them is Ishmaelites. You know what I'm saying? But that's where you get the word Arab from. Arab means it means mixture. You know what I'm saying? Just like the word evening, it comes from the Hebrew word Irab, which means mixture, because the evening is a mixture between night and day. And in the Middle East, you have a mixture of nations that's claiming Islam. You have Hamites, you even got some Israelites over there, you got Assyrians, you got Ishmaelites, you got Elamites. They all claiming Islam. So you got a mixture of nations that's, wearing, Sunnis, big beards, speaking so-called Arabic, claiming to be Islam, but there's really no such thing as an Arabic type people, or there's no such thing as an Arabic language. The Arabic derived from the Hebrew.
That's
you
right.
know, case in point, the way you say son in Hebrew is bun, but the way you say son in Arabic, so-called Arabic, is ibn. The way you say father in Hebrew is abu. The way you say father in Arabic is abu. The way you say shalom in Hebrew, peace, is shalom or shalom. The way you say it in Arabic is assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you. You know, the way you say king in Arabic is Malik. The way you say king in Hebrew is Malak. You know what I'm saying? And you could just like go, Satan is Shaitan in Hebrew, and in Arabic, Satan is Shaitan. It's the same thing. The way you say woman is Isha, but in Hebrew it's Ayasha. Like with the ha at the end, the Ayasha is man, but when you add the hug, it feminizes it. So really, there's no such thing as an Arabic language. All the Arabic is a watered down version of Hebrew, and all the Quran is a watered down copy of the Bible.
If I may, Minister Farrakhan and a new elder of the Nation of Islam just passed away. He was at a funeral of my uncle, and I didn't even know my uncle was Islam, but they gave him a going away in an Islamic way, and he didn't know me, but he pointed out the fact that our brothers are the true Jews, and Farrakhan is bringing that out right now too. He knows that the true nation of our people is not Islam. The true nation of our people is Israel. That's it.
Yeah, and that's going into prophecy. The Lord said what? Towards the end of times, this word is going to be preached all throughout the earth, and then the end shall come. So people waking up to who they are is a clear indication that we are indeed in the last days, the latter of the last days.
That Islam shit is washed up, man. That shit is played out. You know what I'm saying? That's like gang banging on the East Coast. That shit is played out, man.
That's right.
And they said the fastest growing religion amongst millennials is this truth.
Right.
That Islam shit, that's like for people that came up like in the 70s, like my pop's age, that's stuck in that shit. And even they know in the spirit that they ain't in the right thing. They even know. But they'll never admit it, but the spirit, because they Israelites, their spirit recognized with them, bear reckoned with them that they not following the right thing, man. Right. So, and the rest of you niggas that's younger than Islam, y'all a bunch of jail niggas, man. Because a lot of, now, I could give credit to you older jakes that joined Islam. Y'all joined it in the 60s and 70s, where y'all was acting like my father, even in Islam before I was born. I give him kind of respect because he was sincere with it. He joined it for a cause and a reason. He actually studied and had to study. These younger niggas today join Islam because they got fucking locked up. I know plenty of niggas in the world, they wasn't Muslim, but as soon as they went to jail, this nigga come out all of a sudden, he a fucking Muslim. But then he hit the street doing nigga shit, but when he go back in jail, he a fucking Muslim again. And that's all, and that's basically what it is. You got a bunch of young niggas, you know what I'm saying, especially like down there in Philly, you got niggas coming out of the masjid for Fajr, getting shot in front of the masjid, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? This supposed to be a so-called holy day Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? They going, I got you, bro. They going to the masjid to pray. You walking out from praying to Allah and you getting shot by your own fellow Islamic brother, man. You know what I'm saying? And the most biggest drug dealers and gang niggas and OGs and shit, they be Islam, man.
That's right.
They be coming from that Islamic way of life. Then this month is what, the month of Ramadan, right? It's the month of June. You would figure you can't smoke, you can't do nothing as long as the sun up. You would think all of our people habits would disappear. You know what I'm saying? You can't smoke. A nigga told the nigga I work with that sold weed. He said, look, it's Ramadan. There's no weed till the sun go down. Because you gotta think about it. That's a whole month. It's not like it's a Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Like us is like, all right. Even though Jake shouldn't do it neither, I'm not promoting it. But Jake, if I could put off one day. I just tell brothers I was busy. But if you selling drugs or you moving weight, you can't, a whole month of you going, your whole fucking clientele, everybody gonna disappear. So now, if you respect Allah to this degree and you, give me Judges 10 and 13, we're gonna go back to prophecy in a minute.
I need to bring out a quick precept real quick though. Remember like 10 years ago, it was an Islamic brother who was trying to do Valentine's Day right in front of y'all camp. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember that? Old head.
Because what? It's really not about Allah. It's about money with niggas.
Yeah.
And money, mammon, that whole God is sick. Because really it's no such thing as Allah or Buddha or mammon. Or it's either the Most High or Satan. You know what I'm saying? So really, Allah ain't nothing but Satan. Buddha ain't nothing but Satan. The Hindu gods, if it ain't Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, you following the devil.
Can I just bring this quick
Allah
piece
don't
out?
exist. This tree is more realer than Allah.
That's right.
I mean, this bull is more realer than Allah. You know?
Can I bring this out real quick? This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 3. After the doings of the Lord, after doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, ye do not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you shall not do, neither shall ye walk in their accordance.
Right, you shouldn't walk in the ways of these other nations, but what? That's what the 2/3 want to do. But just to show you our people is hypocritical, you know, and these not new brothers in Islam. They've been in this shit for decades, man. Right. You know, they got the little shit stain right here on the middle of their forehead. Because what? That's something carnal. They said you rub your head on a rug so hard that you gotta put that mark there to show everybody else that you praying hard. That's right, bro. That you a hard prayer. Yeah, that's some carnal shit, man.
That's all.
Why you gotta put that on your head?
To show your approval.
No, that means, yo, he been praying hard. But look, you haven't been bumping your head. You had to mark that shit up on you. And the Lord said, well, put no markings in your flesh. But that's something symbolic so other fellow Muslims could look at you like, yeah, that brother been praying hard. Man, like, yo, like, come on, man. How long will you simple ones love simplicity, man?
That's from Catholicism, man. Because Islam came from the Vatican. Yeah, when they go to mass, the little dark, they put a charcoal on their forehead and shit.
Hey, and that's what the Sunday, the masjid. And you got Sunday mass, and you go to Catholic school, you call it mass. Right. The 19th surah of the Quran is called Mary, which is they worship Mary. You know what I'm saying? And in Catholicism, what? They worship Mary. Right. Pope John Paul II was kissing the Quran. You know what I'm saying? Why would Pope John Paul II kiss the Quran? Because what? He knew the Islam is nothing but a Catholic baby. Right. You know, in Islam you got what? Prayer beads. In Catholicism you got what? Rosary beads. Islam got a place of worship, which is Mecca, and Catholicism got a place of worship, which is what? The Vatican. Islam with a broadcat, and Catholicism with what? The broadcat. You know what I'm saying? Which goes back to what? A Babylonian sun disk. Because if you take a fitted hat and take the brim off, what you got? A sun disk. Because on top of the fitted hat is a circle and it got lines going through it. And if you take the brim off, it's a what? It's a broadcat, but really it's a Babylonian sun disk. Because all that shit goes back to ancient Babylon when you really tap into it. You're going back into the worship of Nimrod, which is Satan. It's all go back to Satan. So people think they're dealing with the Most High, but do they see? That's why I say they that worship Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, or God must worship Him in spirit and in truth. That's how you find a true and living God, through truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many comparisons with Islam and Catholicism that it's a shame.
Hey, it's a book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more."
Yeah, see, that's Pope John Paul II.
Oh,
Kissing the Quran.
Doing a passion
Got
too.
some weird shit on it.
Pope John Paul II
Hold on.
kissing the Quran.
You doing a passion.
Yeah.
That's an abomination, man. That's blasphemy.
But
Read that verse.
it's heavy because I wouldn't kiss a Quran, and a nigga in Islam wouldn't kiss a Bible, or somebody in Buddha wouldn't kiss a Hindu book.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Or blood wouldn't kiss a Crip book. Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if he ain't had no problems with the Lopes. Know what I'm saying? Or even if you ain't had no problems with the Buddhists. Know what I'm saying? Y'all was at peace. You wouldn't kiss their book. So he did this to, like, symbolically, he was letting you gotta be in the know with these dudes. You be like, damn, why the hell the Pope? Why would the Pope kiss the Quran? Know what I'm saying? Because Islam ain't nothing but a baby of Catholicism. Like the rest of these, so is Christianity. They all, come out of the mother of Catholicism. That's why in Fatima, in Spain or Portugal, you got a town called Fatima. Fatima was what? One of Muhammad's daughters. But the thing is, like, why the hell you got Fatima? Because that's way out of the Middle East, way up in Portugal. Why the hell you got a city named after Muhammad's daughter way up in Catholic land? Because what? During the time of the Crusades, they was fighting, and they came to a halt and a peace at some point, and they said, what? We gonna let this city be named Fatima. You would think Fatima would be somewhere in Saudi Arabia or down there in the Middle East, but you gotta be like, why in the hell would Fatima, Portugal, which is a city to this day, be way up in Spain somewhere, and they leave it like that? Because they had the truth and they was banging out during the time of the Crusades when you go into the history. But a lot of people, they don't dig that far and they don't do their research, and even if you try to tell them or direct and guide them to it, they don't want to go into far and look into it because they want to believe their lies. They want to hold on to their lies. You know, people like the Matrix, he said, Neo, watch some of these people you try to unplug because they'll hurt you. They don't want to be unplugged. They don't want to be exposed to the light. He was like, if you try to unplug them, they'll flip on you. So it's the same thing with a lot of these 2/3. Like a lot of people will tell you, like, yo, don't come over here with that Bible shit.
Word.
And you'll be like, and he'll get violent with you.
Word.
They'll be chilling, he'll see you. He'll be like, yo, don't come over here talking that Bible shit, because what? That's shining light. You trying to like unplug them, and the scriptures is a discerner of thoughts. So as these people hear these different scriptures, they get bugged out. The truth, and it fucks with them mentally, and they want to stay in the dark, and that's where they comfortable at. So when you come around talking scriptures, or God, you can have a headband on or this and that, they don't want to be nothing around nothing that deals with the light, because they have wickedness, like John 3 says. But let's get hold up, bro. Let's get these two scriptures and let's go back into prophecy, because that's
I'm
significant.
gonna land back off what you said, but
Judges, yeah.
Okay.
It's the book of Judges, chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods."
Yeah, you have forsaken the Lord and served other gods, and that's what our people have done. Hey, remember my brother YG? He went to jail. He knew about the truth through us. He kept getting caught with guns and shit. But he prayed to the Lord. He said, look, if you let me out of jail this time around, he said, I ain't praying to Allah this time. Right? He made an oath with the Lord. He said, if you let me out of jail this time around, I ain't dealing with Islam no more. And he said he ain't prayed to Allah, he prayed to our God. He said when he went to court, they let him go. They let him go on some type of bail reform. Because they ain't got the gun on him. They jumped out and he ran and threw it.
that's right.
But I mean, if Esau wanted to play hardball, they could have got the gun and printed it and stuff like that, but they let him out. And while he was out, he got bagged with another gun, because when he came out,
You stand firm.
he went back to Islam.
This one.
Scripture says that.
He went back to Islam because he was like one of them street dudes that if he was out and about and people seen him, they'll turn off. So he always was like paranoid and nervous. He always like had a gun on or nearby, some shit. So he just kept getting caught with him, and this third time he got caught with him, they sent him. I think he's doing like 5 or 7 years or some shit like that. But that's just a state bid. The feds pick it up, because what the feds will do is they'll let you serve your state time, and on your release date, you'll think you coming home. A federal agent will walk up and be like, nah, you gotta do another bid in the feds. You gave the state their time, now you gotta give the feds their time. They call that shit trigger finger. You get caught with so many guns, and it becomes like the feds pick it up, it becomes like federal. Yeah. So even, he probably think he about to do like another 2 and come out, but the feds could come and hit him with another 8. Like, nah, you owe us 8.
That's how they do us, bro.
There's a book of Proverbs, Numbers chapter 30, verse 2. It says, if a man vow a vow unto the Lord Yahweh, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word, he shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth.
Right? And the dude in Judges also, he said, look, you deliver me from the battle, or deliver my enemies to my hand. He said the first thing that come out of my house, I would sacrifice it to you. And it was his daughter. He had to actually give her up. You know what I'm saying? And his daughter took the death. Like, nah, if you did that, Dad, that's what it is. And she laid her life down. So, and hey, that's what you call an honorable sister. You know what I'm saying? But read that 3 and 2. So we want to. I know brothers want to hit this point, but let's try to go back and definitely go back in the prophecy, because that's the main thing we want to focus on.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 2. Lift up thine eyes and see where thou hast not been lain with. In the ways hast thou sat for them.
Yeah, in thy ways y'all sat for them. You sat down for these other guys. You sat down and prayed. How they doing Islam? In thy ways y'all have sat for them. Read on.
It says, as the Arabian in the wilderness.
Yeah, like Ishmael going into what? That Islam thing, you know? You got to say what? You got to take a shahada in order to be Islam. In order to be Muslim, you got to go through the 5 pillars. You got to take a shahada. That's like, look, you don't, only thing you got to do, but you don't have to do nothing to become an Israelite, because you already born an Israelite. The only thing you have to do is repent from your ways. You know what I mean? And have faith in your Hawashah. But it's no like initiation process. You know? That whole, them religions is a joke, and the world's starting to see it. Even in countries where you have bugged out religions like Buddha, it's being like Christianized now. Even though Christianity is off, but at least it is dealing with the Bible. And you could get some type of logic out of it. And they deal, a lot of these bugged out heathen nations, they dealing with Islam and Christianity. You go into they town, they be like, oh, half is Islam, some is Christianity. And like I said, Islam ain't nothing but a watered down Bible. But it's something like, you know? But you can go back.
I'm gonna finish the verse real quick. It says, as the Arabian in the wilderness, and thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and with thy wickedness.
Yeah, so that, you know, the Arabian in the wilderness, because Ishmael, he ruled like the desert, that type area, and Jake go out there, because one of the pillars of Islam, you got to take at least 1 pilgrimage in your life to Mecca. And a lot of you niggas ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? You niggas ain't even do that. You got all this fucking money, you got all this and that, you niggas don't even got a passport. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if I was in the sun, and you like, this truth, it's like, yo, you know, if you a true Hebrew Israelite, you know, you gotta fly out to New York to at least meet the apostles once in your life. You know? I done been on that shit. You know, let's get that out the way, or whatever. Whatever on the planet, you know, men travel the planet looking for women or treasure or gold. You know what I mean? So to be certified or sealed in your faith, why wouldn't you do that thing? But niggas don't do that, man. You got niggas that gangbang, they never been to California. Yeah, I'm Grape Street, I'm this street, I'm Paru Street, this and that. Well, nigga, have you ever flew out there and been out there to meet like the original niggas. So you repping this street and you dying for the street, but nigga, you live out here. You never even fucking been out there. And a lot of, see, that shit is demonic. So a lot of them fearful to go out there, cause it's like you go out there, them niggas like, who is you? You know what I'm saying? Or like, who you know what I'm saying? Or they might stunt dummy you on some type mission to prove yourself or something like that. But you wanna rep this street in California, and a lot of them streets named after the white man, like Hoover. If you a Hoover Crip, Hoover Street is named after Edward, that faggot. FBI dude, Edward J. What is J. Hoover? Edgar J. Hoover. Salaki, I butchered his name, but that's what he's named after him. They call lands after their own name. So you representing Hoover, you know. You a Hoover Crip, you representing that's the white man shit, man. Right. Then if you bring it back to the red coats and the blue coats, right? That goes back to the Revolutionary War. You know, you had the red coats versus the blue coats. Then in the 1800s, you had men with bandanas. Give me one, please. Give me Proverbs 6 and 12. Right, because you had men with bandanas robbing stagecoaches. Who was doing that? The white man. So in the 1800s, you got crackers robbing stagecoaches with bandanas on.
Bandanas and the blue
now,
bandanas.
in the 1900s, you got niggas doing it? Right. And you mean to tell me Tookie Williams founded this shit, right?
He's not the king of the Crips. Y'all Edomites is the king of the Crips.
The king who funded gangbanging was the white man. That's what you fucking niggas don't understand. It wasn't no Raymond Washington or no fucking Tookie Williams, man. That's like saying, what's the Morpheus dude? He started Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is started by the fucking government, man.
That's right.
They push that bullshit out there. But niggas is so low level, they think this whole gangbanging shit started from some buffed out nigga in the street wilding out. That ain't start from him, man. That shit was put out there through the white man.
And if I may say,
Jake had certain good intentions, but Esau put his foot up in there and put his own twist on that shit. The red coats versus the blue coats. Do Blood and Crip outdate the red coats and the blue coats? Do the fucking Peace Stone Nations in Chicago, the folks and the fucking Viceroy outdate the red coats and the blue coats? Nah,
the red
that
coats
shit
and
was
the
in
blue
the
coats is
1600s.
just Confederates and Republicans.
Yeah,
and they still, none of them fuck with slaves like that. None of them fuck with our people like that.
It was called the Revolutionary War. But guess what? When that Blood and Crip shit hit, that revolutionized our people to go back. Because the revolution means to means back, and revolve means to turn. Meaning to turn something backwards, or to turn things back to where it used to be.
Yo, bro.
Because prior to the, one second, brother. Prior to the, I just want to get this thought out. Prior to the Revolutionary War, you had our people on a positive note. I mean, not revolutionary, the gangbanging shit. You had our people, and because remember that gangbanging shit hit like in the late 60s and 70s. That's when our people would fight the power, this and that. We was positive. Then the drugs hit and the gang shit hit, and that revolutionized our people in a negative way. And they used the red and blue shit just like the Revolutionary War. So get that right quick. Then I'm done with this part.
Proverbs 6 and 12, right?
6 and 12.
Okay. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 12. It says, a naughty person, a wicked man.
Right, a naughty person, a wicked man, because that whole gang life is about what? Scheming on your brother, robbing somebody, gang banging. You ain't banging on a white man, you banging on your own people. You know what I'm saying? A naughty person, a wicked man, you know.
Walketh with a froward mouth.
Yeah, they talk about nothing but wickedness. I jumped this chick off. I shot this nigga, I robbed this nigga. Yo, you gotta put in work, I'm the big homie, this and that. They walk, that's all they talk about. They ain't got nothing positive or something coming out, what they saying. Read on, and the Lord's gonna identify who he's talking about, read.
It says, verse 13, he winketh with his eyes.
Meaning they grimy, they sneaky. You got a lot of them killing their own set. It ain't even Crip on blood beef. It's blood on blood beef, and it's set on set beef. It's not even like, yo, we the brims beefing with the Parus. We the brims killing the brims. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we from the same hood, and that shows you the curses on our people. You know what I'm saying?
Continuing, it says what? He speaketh with his feet.
Yeah, he's speaking with his feet. They be crip walking and dancing. Hey, look. and they be big bopping and shit, spelling shit out, spelling blood out.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
He speaketh with his feet. Read on.
It says he teacheth with his fingers.
Yeah, he throwing shit up. Right? And he fucking
031.
Shit.
C's up.
You know?
B's up.
Hey, my father said something real wild. He was like, son, I never understood why it took 5 minutes to shake a man's hand. He was like, in my day, you shake a man's hand, you grip it firm, you look him in the eye, and that's it. He was like, why it take you 5 minutes to shake a man's hand? I was like, that's some real shit, Pop.
And it's in the scriptures though. You just said it. Bring it back out. Bring it back out, bro.
So Proverbs chapter 6, jump to verse 13, it says, he winketh with his eyes, he speaketh with his feet,
With his feet.
he teacheth
Crip walk.
with his fingers.
Yeah.
Teach with his fingers. Cause you know them niggas be doing all that.
Yeah, they can talk to each other like.
They don't even
doing that shit.
yo Bloods. I could tell you like this. They don't even have a speech impediment, but they'll speak in sign language.
Yeah.
They could really just do all this shit, and you talking to them brothers.
Right, and that goes back to the codes with the Masons.
Right.
They all have codes. Like that's why you go to the for example, a police officer. If he's in court, all those judges and attorneys, all of them are all Masons. They've already pledged. They have something called the Blue Masons, which is like the lowest level. And they pledge, so you see if a police officer in court goes like this, is a sign that another Mason is in distress. So what happens, they've already vowed that no matter what happens, a brother, quote unquote brother, cannot be indicted, or he can't be put under the bus. So they all have to find a way to get him off. That's why a lot of these cops get off scot-free off of their crimes, because they have this thing called, it's called brother in distress, the distress signal, and that means that, oh, okay, that's an indication that, yo, that's another one of our brothers. Or if you see some of them put their hands in their like Fauci, he does it a lot. When he's about to speak, you see him go out in the front, he moves from the podium, he puts his hands over there, so the media knows, yo, I'm pledging, I know what I'm about, and he puts it right back and he talks again, so they know it's all code language. And that's how it infiltrated into the so-called
And
And
gangs.
that's why they call it court.
Court, right.
You know what I'm saying? When you go to court on the basketball court, what? You dribbling the ball. The thing is what? To get a conviction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You dribbling the ball, you doing spin moves, you doing pump fakes, you doing signals for, you go like that for
Right.
alley-oop.
The point guard.
Yeah, the point guard, he throw those signals. He could call a pick and roll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could do
The 3-4.
Y'all brothers play 2K.
3-4.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you could do all of that, but the main thing is what? To get a conviction.
Right.
And just like sports, a lot of the courtroom is staged and the game is staged. Shaq had a movie called Blue Chips.
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie, he showed you how to shave points and throw away games. You know what I'm saying? Because everything was like already written out. You know what I'm saying? Who was going to win, who was going to lose. So that's why they call it court, because it's nothing but a big ass game and your life is on the line.
Yeah, that's beautiful too. And when you go to court, all right, you have a judge. You have a judge, you know, and he sits down. He gets paid regardless, like a ref. He don't care what side wins. You know, that's why you have court. You have the basketball court. You have the tennis court. And when you go to tennis, what do they play with? They play with a racket. You know, because the whole court system is a racket. You know what I'm saying? You have a judge who sits at the bench, all right, and then he's the one who conducts all the objections, exactly. And they all
sustain.
wear this exactly.
If I
and they
could
all
say
wear
something,
black.
the
There's a reason for that.
refs be giving false calls.
Of course. Yeah.
And they might not call something when it was supposed to be called. You know what I'm saying? If
Just
you go
like
up and you get an N1, they don't give you that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the refs, like you said, it's a racket. It's a racket. It's a racket. All this shit is staged.
I don't know what you're saying about how like the symbols that they be doing when they talk to each other. Like sometimes they do a pyramid,
Right.
and like if one's a higher level, one's a lower level, and if the lower level one says something that the high level one doesn't want him to say, they'll scratch his ear or something like that, or do like this, and be like, stop talking about that. And just, so they don't let out more than they know, because he's low level, he don't know as much as the high level, so you don't want him to say something that he's not supposed to be speaking about.
And today you got mad people who just go around, oh, I'm a Mason this, hey, there was that dude who came up to camp one time, and he talking about, oh, I'm a this degree Mason, I shut you down, but he's really on no level, because when you read about it, it tells you the real Masons, like Albert Pike and them, what's that, Giuseppe Mazzini, they set it to the point where you had so many people coming in, like, oh, I want to be a Mason, but then they're not really about it. So they set up like almost like a fake Masonic group, to where you think oh, I'm a 30-something degree Mason, but you're not even on a level. You know, they set them up to make them like make believe. Oh yeah, you're a Mason, but the real Masons, they were doing other kinds of meters and stuff like that. So they got these people on a low level deceived, thinking they just put a little logo on your car saying, and you about it. But that's not how it works. They deal with these codes and stuff. So when we say Esau's in control of the government and stuff, it's not that Esau got everybody under his control. He sends people to infiltrate. Exactly.
And you got with Masons, it also go back to Hiram Abiy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what originally, because they take everything from the scriptures and flipping on the left-hand side.
Right.
You know, they in opposition of the Most High. But you got two types of Masons. You got the brick Masons, they craft Masons, so they rebuild like society on a physical level. Then you got like a speculative Mason. They rebuild society like as far as like a new world order. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like two fields.
If I may say, when you deal with the Masonic order, they got Egyptian symbols, and they use the pyramid. They use all type of stuff in their Masonic order. So you know that goes into say what I'm about to bring out right now. This is a quick precept, 18:2.
What book?
Ezekiel. This is what mean ye that ye use these proverbs according? No, hold on. I think it's 18:3. Forgive me. This is 18. This is Ezekiel 18:3. Where it says, behold.
Trump rally.
As I live, saith the Lord God, ye shall not have occasions with any more to use this proverb in Israel. No, forgive me, bro. This is Leviticus. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people have been kicking up with this with this Islam shit, and this is where y'all fall short. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all really believe that what the Lord set up for us is Islam, but this is not our true identity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, just as you're saying, because
just bring it out. I'm gonna bring it out on my phone.
yeah, I got a quick precept too. You can get that in Isaiah concerning the reason why we go with the scriptures is because look, we're not gullible or ignorant men. Okay, we are. You can't just come up to us and just fool us or bewitch us. So we looked into these things. When we first heard about the scriptures and the breakdowns, we didn't just we just gonna take it and eat it up. No, we went and did our research. Okay, what does this mean? Oh, okay, it connects to this. And then the one thing that hooked us all is prophecy. Because reading something in a book that was written thousands of years ago, but it's happening before your eyes, you got to give credit to that. And then you look around and you see there's no other book talking about this that's happening. You mean to tell me that America today, the microchip, the coronavirus, everything happening right now, with how important it is, it's not going to be written about in any book, any so-called divine book? That doesn't make sense. But when you come to the scriptures, it tells you what has happened, it tells you what's gonna happen, why it's happening, and what that's gonna cause to happen. Right. So you can't poke a hole in what we say, but we can poke a hole in everything you say. That's how you know that we got the truth here.
To bring this out real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
And the book of the Lord is the scriptures. Okay, the scriptures tell you that the Most High gave the word. All right, great were the men who published it. Okay, so we got the word, and you have certain scribes, because the scriptures, people misunderstand and they think it's just one way. No, you have laws, you have history, you have prophecy, and you have other proverbs. Okay, go ahead.
No one of these shall fail.
No one of these shall fail, meaning the prophecies. And every prophecy that was told in the past has come to pass, and the ones that haven't come to pass yet, we're seeing them come to pass. Okay? That's why the Lord said, though heaven and earth pass, not one jot or tittle shall pass from the word of the Heavenly Father. Till it all be fulfilled. Go ahead.
None shall want her mate.
None shall want her mate. All right, now when you mate, because in Ghana, okay, our dad used to have, he was like a farmer, so he used to have a lot of animals. All right, and you would mate. All right, that's what it was called. I remember the first time he said it, I didn't understand what he meant. Charge it? Okay. When it hits 20.
When it hits 20, let me know, okay?
So we didn't really understand, but he would be like, oh, they're gonna make those two animals, okay, so that we can get a crossbreed or this or that. And then we asked him, what does that mean? He said it's basically like making them have sex. You cross them or you make them. So it says none shall want her mate, because you can't mix any other with the scriptures. You can't plug them in like puzzle pieces. But you can use reference, okay? Sometimes we go into some historical books to prove what the scriptures are saying, but we're not mixing the two. We're just using this as an external source. Maybe it might be secular history, it might be archaeological proof, but it's to back up the book. We're not putting them
back up itself.
Gone.
You precept upon precept, the book back itself up. And if you just a little spiritual, you can see these things.
If I may bring out, this is Leviticus chapter 18, touching in on to how our people don't realize that they're dealing with a false doctrine. This is Leviticus chapter 18, verse 2, all the way down to 4. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God, after the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in there. All right, in their ordinance. So that means that what we doing right now, all that unrest and all that, that is not our way, man. That is not our way. Y'all doing according to what Colin Kaepernick taking a kneel. That's Egyptian shit. Y'all saw the statue of an Egyptian so-called guard doing a kneel with the hand up.
Yeah.
That is not our shit, man. Y'all doing something. Y'all doing all that unnecessary protesting and all that.
I know I saw it somewhere. I know it was in Egypt.
Yeah, man, it's Egyptology, man. Yo, a lot of
all
people right now,
witchcraft.
yeah, it's
Right
witchcraft.
after he did that, all this shit started kicking off with Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
So everything stayed. But get in that second Ezra's.
Gone. There was a little bit more on Isaiah. Finish that. Gone. None shall want her mate. So that means you can't mix this with any other book. Like the elder said, it explains itself. We just show you where such and such happened. You know, like you read in a lot of the prophecies that, you know, for example, Daniel, Jeremiah, and all of them, it's happening in the world. Some of it has happened. So we'll show you. Look, you see this right? Hey, they showed that to Alexander the Great when he came over there to Jerusalem. They showed him in there, and they showed Cyrus, hey, you in here, man. You are da-da-da by name. Alexander, they showed him you that horn on the goat, man. Okay, that's gonna do all this. So even Alexander saw it for himself. He like, let me see that shit, man. You know, and he understood that, yo, this is talking about me. Why didn't it say anything about the Quran? Why didn't it say anything about these other books? You know, you got people that say that Muhammad was the founder of Islam, right? But hold up, Muhammad wasn't even alive during all these things. You know, so the scriptures technically predate your whole Islamic stuff. Right. You know, so how is something that comes after something else going to be more original and authentic than that?
And that's why the scripture is special, because it says none shall want her mate. The word mate, like you broke it down, it's simply that you can say my classmate,
mate,
means
yeah.
you're equal, and no book is equal to the scripture, man. That's why it's the law of all laws. It has it all. Even Esau uses the Bible as a means to what? To establish his kingdom. How does he do that? Take everything that's righteous and do the adverse. That's all he did.
Some synonyms for the word mate: partner, husband, wife, spouse, lover, friend, companion, bond companion, comrade, breed, couple, copulation.
It stands by itself. Right. You know, that the Lord gave everything you need in the book to stand by itself. You going? For my mouth, it had commanded them. For my mouth, it had commanded, and His Spirit, it had gathered them. Yeah. For my mouth, it has commanded. So it came from the Heavenly Father's mouth, okay? And the Holy Spirit, all right, through us coming out here and prophesying, is gathered who is elect. Okay? That was it? Okay. Oh, he got it? Oh, okay, all right. So, real quick, I had bring it out real quick. The thing we looked up, because I was actually doing some research on it, and how we were talking about a lot of all these religions and beliefs, how they come back from the past, guess what? A lot of them are just like recycled belief systems that were had back then. All right, and one of the predominant ones around the Levant area was called Zoroastrianism, okay, which we got it right here, and it's going to tell you that's where a lot of these beliefs that these religions have come from. Okay, they take it and they recycle it, give it a different name, slap a label on it, and voila.
So Zoroastrianism, or Mazda-Yazna, is one of the world's oldest continuously practiced religions.
Mm-hmm.
It is a multi-tendency faith centered on dualistic cosmology of good and evil, and
good and evil. So you always got to have a God of some form and an evil of some form. All right?
and an eschatology predicting the ultimate conquest of evil with theological elements of henotheism, monotheism, and polytheism, ascribed to the teachings of the Iranian-speaking spiritual leader.
Right, because like I said, it was heavy around that area. All right, the Achaemenid Empire, the Sasanian Empire, they weren't dealing with Islam until like mid 7th century AD. That, you know, they started bringing the Islam in there. All right, but the Persians originally, they were dealing with this Zoroastrianism. Darius, Cyrus, and all of them. That's what they were getting into. Okay, go ahead.
Ascribed to the teachings of the Iranian-speaking spiritual leader Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra. It exalts. All right, go ahead. It exalts an uncreated and benevolent deity of wisdom, Mazda, the wise Lord, as its supreme being. Major features of Zoroastrianism, such as Messianism,
dealing with the Messiah. Go ahead.
judgment after death, heaven and hell,
free will. So the concept where, you know, you got Christianity today, they'll talk about you got free will, you got this, you got that. Guess what? You got Christianity today, they'll talk about free will and all these different things. You look in the scriptures, you say, where are you getting these concepts from? Because it's not in the Bible. You know, it's coming from somewhere, and they're trying to mix it with the Bible. You know, we do this here, and we put the Bible as a cover to say, hey, this is what the Bible's about. That's false. Go ahead.
and free will may have influenced other religions and philosophical systems, including Second Temple Judaism.
Temple Judaism. Now, we were in captivity under the Persians before Cyrus gave the decree to have us go back. So those same Persians were practicing this sort of custom and religion, and guess what? Jake picked it up. So it says Second Temple Judaism. So when you had Jake going back to rebuild the Second Temple, they were coming back trying to add these different customs in there, as they always do. When they came out of Egypt, they built that calf, trying to represent the Apis bull of Egypt. You know, that's what Jake do. They go into captivity, they learn the bullshit of their captors, and then they try to take it with them. Okay?
That's right.
Gnosticism, Greek philosophy.
So you see how Zoroastrianism is like pushed in. They might not take everything. Exactly.
Gumbo.
Christianity. So Christianity got aspects of Zoroastrianism in there. All right, that free will and that hell doctrine is in Greek and is in Christianity. Go ahead.
Islam, and Baha'i faith, and Buddhism.
So a lot of these religions, they all go back. Like I said, they take things from the past and recycle it and call it their own. That's why we don't deal with religion. We deal with the Bible as it is. What the scriptures say, we deal with. And the number one thing we deal with now is Bible. Let me get back into Second Ezra. This is Second Ezra chapter 9, and I'll start at 1 again. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. So
20%.
So, hey, going into that, you know, that's the Lord telling us, all right, telling the prophets, really, all right, starting with the prophet Ezra, okay, that what? When you see these things coming to pass in your days, right, you should know that these are the times, these are the things that the Lord spoke of as a sign that this is indeed the latter of the last days. Okay, now people in the churches, they don't see this as the end. They just see it as a time that's happened, like things have happened before. It's gonna get better, and then we're gonna go back to how it was. But you gotta understand that no government or no power ever takes liberties and freedoms from their people and then tells them that we're gonna give it back to you. No, it's all a facade. Because if they say, look, we're gonna take your freedoms and your liberties, and then when all this stuff is done, we're gonna give it back. That's BS, because they never notice, they never give you a time or a set date that they're gonna give it back to you. Right. They always say, when things get back to normal, we're gonna give you all these things again. When does things ever get back to normal? And it keeps escalating, getting worse and worse and worse. Right now, they're talking about people having to wear. It's gonna be mandatory to have masks on your faces. All right, because this whole second wave that's happening, it's gonna be mandatory. What about those who have asthma?
Vaccinations is mandatory.
Exactly.
If you ain't working and you go back to work, they gonna make you take a shot.
You have to get vaccinated.
I told my supervisor, like, yo, I guess I'm gonna quit.
Exactly. Hey, that's the stand that us, the men of the Lord, we gotta have, and going into the faith of the Most High. Because if you understand that, yes, we are indeed in the last days, then what's the point of living another day with Esau's benefits? If only those who are going to believe that this is not the end and that there's something else after this, all right, those are the ones who are going to believe in Esau's system. Those are the ones who are going to believe in those fake promises. Like every other president who came into power, what do? They ponder you or shower you with promises.
And it says in Revelation, he spake as a lamb.
They spake as a lamb, but
he was like a lamb, but spake as a dragon.
Right.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? So they speak with a forked tongue. Right. Meaning what? They have smooth words that come out, which sound so sweet and so promising, and then when they come into power, they never do none of that. If anything, they switch around. In the first few hours, the first few days or months of their rulership, guess what happens? They start signing all these executive orders because that's the honeymoon season. So nobody's gonna really notice, like, damn, like it's been 2 years, this guy came in, he ain't done nothing for us. It's been worse. Look at taxes, we're paying more, we're doing this, no one is noticing it. But when they first come into power, everybody's happy. Yeah, Trump, hey, President Obama, oh, da. And then they start signing these things into order, man. You know what I'm saying?
So, this Proverbs 12 and 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. So when they humbling down, it's really for like a cruel aspect, but the people think it's for their benefit.
Right. Hey, and that's where you get the word democracy. Okay, democracy really, you know, it's been deceptively defined as a rule of the government and religion by the people, of the people, and for the people, right? But reality, democracy really goes back to the word demoniacal, okay, which is also known as mob rule. Okay, and so everything that's happening now, the elites, they use the mob, okay, the elites at the top, they use the mob to destroy the governments and religions, and then they subjugate the mob after that. So how do they do that? They create the chaos with the mob, and the mob thinking that, oh, we're doing something, we're trying to create change. And then what happens? They subjugate you by giving these laws to bring back order. And that's the same prime example. That's what we're seeing right now. So you got people going around breaking houses and tearing down all these so-called historic figures, but then your oppressors are telling you, yo, we're gonna come down upon you with force because you're not supposed to be doing that. What do you think that's gonna lead to, man? It's gonna lead to you destroying your own communities, and then Esau coming in on top of you and telling you, because you can't control yourself, we have to give you measures to control you. You see what I'm saying? And how's that gonna be? Martial law, the RFID microchip, and ultimately these vaccines, man. Okay, they're gonna start this step by step. It's gonna be accelerated because they don't have that much time. Okay?
That's right.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 13 and 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice, and at the last he will laugh thee to scorn.
Right, and that's prime example will be these athletes, man, these so-called celebrities, man. Esau give you these contracts, they always start off with sex. All right, women, you know, in the world they call it bitches and money. Okay, first they defile you with the women, so now your whole concept of sexual power has been taken away. Now it's been defiled. And then after that they reward you with what? With money and then fame. So in that point you're thinking, oh damn, Esau, yo, this guy really. If you could bring that back again real quick so I can hit it point by point. Just simply so you brought up.
Verse 7, and he will shame thee by his meats.
Go back to the top.
Sirach 13 and 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive
go up more. It's more, man. This shit.
Start at 1 and then.
Yeah, you could just start at 1 because that exposed his whole nature.
That's right.
Sirach 13 and 1. He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, And he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him.
Right. So if you have fellowship with a proud man, proud meaning Esau, you might have what?
You be like unto him.
Like
It
unto
sounded like
exactly.
an accusation.
Exactly.
Of your father the devil. Yeah.
That's right.
Right. Go
The
ahead.
lust of your father you will do.
That's it.
Verse
Hey,
2.
and the ones of our people that hang around Esau, the low level ones, they develop that talk like them.
Awesome.
You know, that up, yeah, awesome.
Yep,
You know, and all that shit. And they mimic and do shit. They eat the bloody meat, the uncooked meat,
Come back
steak
in 5
tartare.
minutes.
They just pick up on all they habits.
Hey, that's the spirit, because there's this girl that I'm dealing with. She looked like an Edomite. She might be Jay, who knows? But they eat that the medium rare. And every time we get steak, I'm like, yo, I want my shit well done, man. And they be looking at me like, oh, why you gonna eat that? I was like, yo, get that shit almost burnt. That's how I want it. And then when they eat it,
right.
it's like you still see the pink. And she's like, oh, it tastes so good. And I just look at them with disgust. But you know what? Once you have the truth, you know how to deal. You're not gonna be like, oh, what the fuck, bitch? You gonna eat this shit in front of me? Get the fuck out. You're gonna cause a whole bunch of unnecessary shit. So you just be like, all right, you wanna eat that? That's
Casual
fine too.
and occasional.
That's it.
Keep
You
it
wanna
casual
eat
and
that?
occasional. Hey, look, people don't know how to cook, man, because what? That same steak, see, people eat it like that. I mean, you devils like it like that, because you uncooked.
Right.
And when you look at a piece of uncooked chicken, that's a fucking devil.
That's right.
And so Esau
That's right.
was pulled out of the oven a little early. Yeah, I thought you wasn't gonna get hot. Shit busting his ass. But that's all good. But look, this devil uncooked. He's not all the way done. But people don't know how to cook, man. A lot of people, they reason for eating it like that because they don't like their steak tough. So they rather it be bloody, because when it bloody, they like, oh, the juices is still in it.
Steak tartare.
Right. So, but this they secondary reason. For one, it'd be a spiritual reason, whether if you a devil or you Jake or another nation follow behind a devil. That's their primary spiritual reason. But then if you ask them, they be like, nah, when it's well done, it's too tough. It's too tough to chew. This and that. No, it's not. If you don't see these different restaurants, they rush their food. That's why like steak is just something you can rush. Steak is some shit that any food. That shit take time to make. There really is no such thing as fast food. Because if you cooking something real hot and you in the kitchen and you in the living room watching a game or playing a game or watching a movie, as you smell these spices, remember all the ingredients that's in the earth is in our bodies. So as you smell these different spices cook up, your mouth is going to resonate with the spices that's being cooking up, and it's going to send signals to your gut and be like, look, some hot shit, that cayenne pepper that God made, that we all came from the dirt from, that shit about to come inside you. So you be able to brace it, and that's why your mouth start watering. You know what I'm saying? And it's an enzyme in your mouth that breaks down food. It's called the amylase. And look up amylase right quick. It breaks down food. So as that home cooked meal is being cooked, your stomach and your body is prepping for it. So when you eat it, you chew it, and it goes down. So that's why it's nothing like cooked food. You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually smell it getting prepared. You can actually smell the juices, and that puts your whole body, and it shifts your
Hey,
metabolism.
Jay-Z said, I'm a good dude. You know you love me like cook food.
And it puts your whole body on the point of receiving that food.
Euphoria.
Yeah, in the euphoric state. But when you go in a restaurant, like, yeah, let me get the T-bone steak, and they come out with that shit in 10 minutes, you gotta think like, hold the fuck up. When did you make this?
Yo, the elder Tahar said, it's sometimes you come across a food that you ain't eaten in years, and when you eat it, you get a whole different mind state. Like, yo, it bring you back to a state of that time when you was at ease. Yeah, like he said he had a certain kind of ice cream, and he ate that shit, and it just he was like, I'm over everything.
Yeah, because what? Everything that's in the earth is in our bodies. It's in trace elements. So when we smell these things cooking, our bodies get remembrance of it. When we eat these things, everything, our liver is like a computer system.
Say it, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So the point is, when this cooked food, with steak, right? You go in a restaurant and order something that take like 3 hours to make, and they come out with that shit in 10 minutes on a plate. But you gotta ask, like, yo, where in the hell y'all get this shit from? Like, you didn't just make it, and how old is this shit? Like, is it from like how many days ago? But you know, you just trying to make a moment with Eve or whatever you ask, so you just deal. But if you want your steak done, it's not you got well done, but you also have medium well. Well done is more on the tough side. See, a lot of people don't know about medium well. It's not that burn, rough, tough. It's well done, but it's just enough to be cooked. If you cut into it, it's just enough to be cooked. You might cut a little small piece of the center out, because medium well is the middleman between medium rare and well done. So you could order, a lot of people don't know, you could order your shit medium well. But with the steaks, if you boil it and bake it for a long time, like that shit'll be banging well done.
Soft.
Like the way you do it, that shit'll fall right off.
I cook my shit
bone.
for like over 3 hours.
That, like, with them tough meats, but what you gotta remember, it's something in this, it's something in your muscle. Like cow is like a tough animal.
Yeah, it's muscle. It's muscle.
So when you cook, it's something in your
muscular.
muscle called like a lamb leg. A lamb leg takes 5 hours to cook. A cow, parts of the cow, that's muscle. So it's something in your muscle called collagen. When you cook with a low flame, the collagen gradually breaks down and it becomes tenderized. But if you cook a muscle, like an arm, a leg, with high heat, it's gonna toughen up because you're not giving the collagen, the flames is too high to gradually break it down. You gotta bust that, like, food take time to make, especially if you're dealing with like steak. Like a chicken wing is not really like a muscle part of the chicken, but a leg, if you baking legs, a leg is what, remember, you walking on your legs all day, so it's tough muscles in there. So if you baking that, listen, put that bitch on 200, put some water on the bottom of that bitch with some olive oil, and fold that bitch up into some aluminum foil and let that bitch rock on 200 for 3 hours. You're not gonna burn it. You're not gonna burn it. You go in there and check on it. So, but people don't have time to cook. And this is why Esau fucked up the women. See, that's why a woman didn't work. She was at home whipping up all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Cooking for 4 hours. That's almost a shift. You know what I'm saying? If your woman making steak or some beef ribs or some shit, then she prepping that shit with the yams or the rice to go with it for when you come home. That's a whole world within
8
itself.
hours.
So how she gonna go to work and come home and do some shit like that? You gonna be getting fucking TV dinners. You know what I'm saying?
Uncooked food.
Yeah, but so people, they mentality like, oh, it's tough that way. Nah, it ain't tough that way. It's just that whoever took time to make it. See, businesses want to make money quick. So they like, look, they want them steaks, fuck it, give it to them. Warm it up and give it to them. They don't know it's 3-4 days old. Warm that shit up and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Instead of serving something quality, you know, and giving it to the people and charging more. Because they'd be like, look, only made 100 steaks today. After that, it's no more. But out of these steaks, instead of charging you $12 for it, I'm gonna charge y'all 20 because this shit is fresh. It's made today. I make 100 steaks a day and that's it. Because people would pay for quality. Like, I don't mind paying for some good shit from a restaurant, but long as I don't feel ripped off. you know. But people don't know about the human body parts, period. Because if you're dealing with an arm or a leg, there's tough muscles in there. There's no way you're gonna cook that shit fast.
If I may say, bro, on 34th Street in the back of Madison Square Garden, they charge $1,000 a stick because they massage their cows. They really like massage their cows, and they put that tenderizing, so when they throw it on the grill, that shit is like,
And then it's heavy though.
yo, it's
because when you
$1,000 a steak, bro.
Think about a muscle. When your muscles is tense and
You
your
gotta
woman come and
massage
that
it.
muscle,
Yeah.
it breaks down. It's the collagen in the muscle that makes the shit tense up. You know what I'm saying? So when you tense, like, oh, babe, my neck, and she coming behind you and just massage that. See, Esau look at Jake like, look at these niggas and they food. He's so intimate with his food. You know, because Jake make love to his food. You know, Jake be into it. You know, you grab a motherfucking lamb leg and rub that shit like a fucking sexy ass woman. And you just sitting there rubbing the lamb leg. You got the fucking olive oil on that bitch and you just rubbing it.
That's right.
Yeah, and why?
That's right.
Because in your mind, you like, get soft for me, bitch. Get soft for me. Get soft for me. Then I'm gonna stick your ass in there on 200 for 5 hours and that shit gonna come out lovely.
Yo, you check out this brother when he make his secret recipe for the salmon. That shit took like 6 hours.
Yeah, so making a large dose for brothers, yeah.
Yo.
But because cooking is an art. Matter of fact, they call it culinary arts. It's a whole method to that. You gotta know about body parts. You gotta know what part is you cooking. Is this the flubbery part? Can I use this type of flame, this type of heat? When do I turn the flame up? When do I let it simmer down? When
Bring it
do I
up.
add this? That's a whole world within itself. That's
right.
why when women talk about like coming on our level, like, yo, you haven't even mastered your level yet, and one part of your level is cooking. That's a world like within itself. Different spices. You got spices that I just ordered some shit from Amazon. Different hot spices. You got Trinidadian scorpion pepper. You got fucking. I ordered 9 different hot ass spices from around the world for like $80 on Amazon. But it's different hot ghost peppers and habanero, jalapeno, all different, but it's grinded down. It came in flakes and it came into powder. You know what I mean? And it's grinded down. So that whole cooking shit, that shit is a whole nother world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just playing with the elements. You find some golden recipe, look at KFC. You be done turned to a damn million billionaire just from playing with the elements, man.
That's
You know?
right.
That's
That's
why
right.
in ancient Israel, Jake used to do that. And to the point where it was so savory to the Most High, it used to go into his nostrils, man. He's like, damn, this shit smells good. You
Go
know?
all the way up to the heavens.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's
Word.
Jake, automatically. You know,
Yeah.
our moms cook. You know, you moment you hop out the elevator, you know where it's coming from.
That's
You know,
right.
she make it so
That's right.
You already get happy for it.
That's right, bro.
You know, you get so
That's
excited,
right.
like, you about to cry.
That's right.
You know, and you start thinking about the kingdom, like, yo, Father, you gonna really like, we're gonna have like that banquet, that feast, that Last Supper. How should I say he's not gonna drink this until the kingdom?
That's right.
So for him to get to that point, man, you gotta imagine what type of
Food.
food that's gonna be there, what type of music that's gonna be there, what
That's
type
right.
of women that's gonna be there,
That's
what
right.
type of drinks that's gonna be there.
Mm.
You know, these are all things that even pushes you to want to keep doing this work and then
That's
go to
right.
the end.
Bring it out,
seeing
Doc.
his-
That's right.
seeing
Say
his
that, bro.
face is the ultimate goal. Like, damn, like I actually made it. Like I made it. I'm here. Like we out. Let's go home.
That's
like
right.
that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that alone just fuels you to keep doing this thing, man.
That's right.
That's one of the secrets too of a woman keeping a man. You know, I throw y'all ladies a bone. If you fuck that blood in the cake shit, voodoo shit. If you were the natural way to keep men love to fucking eat. I don't
That's
give a
right.
fuck, fat
That's
dude,
right.
Skinny dude, tall dude. Men love to eat. They love to eat. Men love to eat. So if you able to throw down in the kitchen, even if you was a ugly broad, a 49er, a chick
What's up?
that's a 4 that act like that believes she's a 9, right? Even if you was a 49er, right? That dude would still come to you. Because men love to eat. He's gonna always come. Even if he had the choice of who to get rid of, that shit gonna be like,
Once or twice.
No, when you come back, you're gonna hold the camera.
Cause she make that.
Go.
Nobody, cause yo, knowing how to throw down in the kitchen, knowing how to like burn and put a badass, even if you're not an all-around good cook, say you make like 4 or 5 good dishes, and that man in love with those, yo, a man that drive from here to Brooklyn, we in the Bronx right now, a man that drive 45 minutes to Brooklyn just to get a plate of food.
That's true. I do it. I do it. Yo, ain't no Caribbean spots over here. I would go all the way to Brooklyn just to get some jerk chicken.
Right? Then when the man come over and eat, he gets stuffed. You bless him with a beer. He in his mind, he think he about to leave. He all tired. You take his shoes off. Bam, he there for the night. Before he know it, he like, oh shit, I gotta go. And that's how Eve get that. That's the way Eve to get you. But these women don't take. Oh, they look at cooking as being shameful. Like, oh, nobody cooks no more. What you think this is? Yeah, if you want that dude that you think is cute or that you so attracted to always flock to you, you could get them through the flesh, man. Which is what? Cooking. Because men love to fucking eat, man. Men, especially the Israelite man. Hey, Yahweh, they call Yahweh a gluttonous, man. You know? Because and drink, man. You keep some nice wine over there, or you keep his favorite cognac or whatever over there, like you keep a nice size bottle just for him, and you whip them dishes up. When that man get hungry, he gonna be like, the flesh gonna call him. He gonna be like, man, what should I get? He gonna be like, man, I'm gonna call her. See, I'm gonna see. Yo, you cooked today? She gonna be like, yeah, I'm making something tonight. You gonna be like, man, I'm gonna be through there. Now your bad bitch don't cook. So you gonna be like, man, this bitch just pretty and look good, but I'm hungry as hell. So I'm gonna go to my 49er and I'm gonna rock out with her. You know what I'm saying? Because that cooking is essential. It's an essential part in keeping
The
the man.
49er.
Yeah, cause hey, like you was mentioning, when you eating and the food tastes good, man, that's releasing dopamine inside your brain, and that's making
right.
you happy.
That's
so
right.
naturally, all right, we don't do it as much as women, but naturally, you're gonna form that bond of where when you taste something good, all right, and it will remind you of her. Cause you're gonna remember the events, who was there, what was happening, you know, cause you're gonna tie that amount of dopamine release to the cause of it, you know. So now you thinking, yo man, I'm hungry, or yo, this food tastes alright, but it's not as good as such and such. So she's always gonna be in your mind, cause when you think of food and you think of that good feeling you had, you're gonna think of her, cause she gave you the food to get there, you know. So like you were saying, she's gonna be on your mind, like yo, she's bad and all. But like right now, I'm not really worried about that. I'm hungry right now. My stomach is talking to me, so
That's
I gotta,
right.
you
When
know.
you finish eating that joint and you just release like,
Yeah.
and that shit, that simmer down after you finish that plate.
They
and
call
you
it the
simmer down, that
itis.
shit be like, oh.
They call it the itis, niggeritis.
Did she just slide you the beer?
What?
You hit the beer? Come on, baby, lay down. She take your shoes off. You done. You done.
That's right. That's
You
right, bro.
done.
That's right.
What? Had some sex with you a few times, probably get the seed up in there, boom, you a man.
That's
you
right.
got you.
That's
Simple
right.
as that.
That's right.
Hey, that's spiritual too, because the scriptures say that we got to make our bodies a living sacrifice. You know, so as we were talking earlier about how when you cook, you know, you got the sense that smells so good, you can't wait to get there and see the food. All right, and we got to be like that spiritually to the Lord, because the way we move, all right, that's a savor, okay, unto the Lord. All right, so like the scripture say, if you're a wicked nigga, your prayers are like smoke in the Lord's nostrils. You know, you want to be that smells like, I know who's around, and I want some more of that. You know, so the Lord's he's gonna keep blessing you, and he's gonna keep building you up, so you can keep on producing that energy. Okay.
He's always gonna be present in your life, because you are that sacrifice. Your body is that savory meat that the Lord wants to smell.
That's right.
The way you conduct yourself, you know, whether you're on or off camera, whether you're around brothers or not, just the way you are, the spirit within you, all right, is pleasing unto the Most High. And that's why King David he asked the Most High, he said, what? Direct my steps to go in the path of righteousness. Right. All right, you know, for the Lord to direct our steps so we can walk in the right way. Not just walk the way, but walk the right way. All right, that's why it says in Psalms 19 verse 14, it says, "What? Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer." Okay, so our way of living should be pleasing unto the Most High. It should be what? Savory unto the Most High. That way he's going to be closer to us. He's going to be in our households. He's going to be right next to us. We were talking about the other day in the car how we feel so much closer to the Lord now, especially in these last days, because our faith is increasing. Okay, and that means that he's drawing nearer and nearer onto us, man. Now you pray to the Lord and it's instant, man. Instantly he's already answering prayers.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? And back then it was kind of like you test it, because hey, like it tells you how wisdom deals with people. You know, it deals with you through crooked ways. And then over time, when you prove yourself, then you're gonna start to understand how wisdom really works. You see, that's how the Most High works. He doesn't just show himself and then right then and there you understand him. Nah, he's gonna kind of break you a little bit, right? Make you prove that you can wear that armor, and then he's gonna make you a warrior. You see what I'm saying?
It's like a test before the test, the prelims. You know, you gotta weed out, all right, those that are not worthy for it, or else you're wasting your time giving them the actual test. Now, we got a quick precept. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Yahweh. Right, a living sacrifice. That don't mean I'm gonna take the brother and I'm gonna sacrifice him like some Abraham and Isaac type joint. No. Okay. But what are we doing? Right now we're sacrificing our time. Right now we're sacrificing things in this world for the Lord. So we're making our bodies a living sacrifice, because we could be doing other things that will be quote unquote pleasing. All right, but instead we are sacrificing that and then presenting our bodies here before the altar.
That's
Because
right,
really,
brother.
there's a spiritual altar here. All right, and what us prophesying right now is the sacrifice that the Lord is. He's liking that savor.
Say that.
Okay, so when when you please the Lord like that, when you pray for something, why wouldn't He give it to you?
That's right.
You know, what we're sacrificing too is putting yourself out there in front of people who don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't care who you are, man. Nobody can say, I don't care what people have to say. No, it's naturally, it's an innate. Yeah, it's innate to understand that the way people look at you and the way people perceive you is important to people. You know what I'm saying? I learn that in communication all the time. Now, to be able to be bold enough to stand here and speak about something so dear to your heart that you know that other people don't even understand or even cherish, that's tough. And that's part of the sacrifice that the Lord is asking for, man. You know, to give up something. For example, giving up your time. Giving up your resources, driving all the way to get here, buying gas, doing all these extra things, but you do it so pleasing, you don't even feel like you're losing. You see what I'm saying? You feel like you're gaining something, you're getting so much more. And I'll compare it to, I always say this, like, we drive to do worldly shit. How much more do more for the Most Scripture says a light affliction. You see what I'm saying? So we look at it as, damn, this is part of the journey. We're getting ready for battle. You know what I'm saying? It's preparing us at the end of the day. So it normally doesn't really feel like that much of a sacrifice, but hey, that's how the Lord does it. That you pleasing Him is pleasing unto you. That's beautiful, man. You know, what else can you ask from that?
And sacrifice, loosely translated, something gotta die in order for something to live.
Yeah, and that old us died so that the new us can be born. That's why when the Lord talked about being reborn, and Nicodemus asked him, "Oh, you gonna go back into your mom's womb?" And he said, "No, you gotta be born in the spirit." Okay, that's the renewing, not being conformed to this world, but renewing our mind. All right, by the Holy Scriptures. So finish that.
Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Exactly. So don't be conformed to this world. You gotta sacrifice that old you. And you'll see that you actually sacrifice the old you, because soon the old you who would have seen a bacon, egg, and cheese and been drooling, now you get disgusted knowing that that's actual bacon. You know, you think about adultery and you feel sickened by it. You know, you get enraged when you see some wicked acts in front of you, and it's like normal.
Yeah, not just that, but a better sign you could have been conformed, you left the old man. People would tell you.
Right.
Hey, you know how you lost weight? People would tell you. People would say, yo, nigga, you got skinny. You know how Jake be? You know how you got fat? People will tell you, and they're not telling you just to,
put you down.
To put you down. It's just something they notice about
Notice.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, this brother gained muscle. What the first thing? Yo,
Bro, you
At
diesel.
First it was like, yo, you working out or something? It was like little definition.
That's true.
Oh, brother's doing this thing, man.
That's
So
right.
People will tell you. When you conform into the ways of Yahweh, people will tell you. They will act different around you. They will have a certain amount of respect for you. Even if they don't like you, they will carry themselves differently amongst you. You know what I mean? Or they'll tell you, yo, son, the ones that's close to you, yo, son, I'm proud. They tell me, dudes that's still in the world, but I'm cool with, yo, son, I'm proud of you. You changed, man. They'll grab up with me and hug me. So people will see the change in you, and they will tell you, whether it's physically, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally. You know what I mean? They'll hear you speak. They'll hear you out there teaching. They may stop by and listen. They'll be like, wow, yo, I remember you was like this, or you was like that. Or your mother might tell you, or someone close, or your aunt, or one of your uncles. You know, or they just smile at you like, yo, why you smiling at me? They'd be like, yo, I'm proud, yo, you changed so much, nephew, you changed so much. And it just had that effect. So people will be like the confirmation to what you're doing, you know?
It's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 22, starting from verse 22, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which is after Yahweh, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness.
Right, and that's what we do when we come into the truth. Hey, and when you look into the word conversation, all right, like also in the book of Peter, it talks about it being a way of life, okay, a manner of living. You know, so you stop the old way of living and you came into that new life.
It said deceitful lust. It's showing you what the things that the old man want is through the flesh, but it's what is deceitful. Because what you get those riches is deceitful. You get the woman, it's all deceptive. It's at the end of the road, it's not what it turned out to be.
Right.
And that's why the Lord said you sold your soul for naught. So that's heavy. He said for the deceitful lust. You know, it's not just lust; it's deceptive. Because what you think it is not really what it's going to turn out to be, and it's going to bring you way more problems and harm than you actually owning or having those things. That's why the Lord said, just pray for your daily bread.
This is back in 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, so earthquakes been happening, but now it's been it's been escalated. All right, you have earthquakes that's happening around places that normally wouldn't be having earthquakes, and you got uproars of the people, which is known as sedition among men. Okay, like it tells you in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay, sedition among men. You go throughout the whole entire world, man. You got protests everywhere. You know, it's not like the thing is like, yo, George Floyd, all right, which honestly is all spiritual, but Esau has ways of playing mind games too. If you read the book by George Orwell in 1984, all right, they used this whole George Floyd situation to start pushing for that Orwellian nightmare. Okay, that whole all these rules and executive orders that are being signed into power, and people moving from point A to point B being taken away from them. All these liberties are all going into that Orwellian things that was written up by George Orwell. They use this whole George Floyd thing to happen, man. Now you go into let's say Italy, and they got protests going on there. George Floyd ain't died in Italy. Why are you out here all of a sudden protesting about Black Lives Matter? All of a sudden Black Lives Matter to you? That's because it's all orchestrated by Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? We talk about, scripture say, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They rule over everything, okay? They rule over everything, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's a school system, all right? The medical system, everything, man, is ruled by Esau. Okay, psychologically, they're playing the minds of the people, man. Okay, which really, the word psychology goes back to the Greek word psyche and ology, which is the study of, and it means the study of the soul. Right? Okay, so Esau is playing on the souls of people, and that's why they're going to take the souls of men, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter. The chip. Okay, the chip, exactly. So you're going to sell your soul through this whole soul manipulation. They're going to end up leading you to taking that chip, and it's global, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, this is the time of prophecy, and this is Isaiah 47, chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Notice how it said, O virgin daughter of Babylon, because that shows you that it's talking about here today. Okay, as the daughter of Babylon, and it will also refer to her as Babylon the Great. And America has that persona of a woman, America. You know, like in Spanish, you have the O at the end if it's masculine,
hermano
and A
and
at the
hermana.
end if it's feminine. And America, coming from the man Amerigo Vespucci, all right, is that whore, okay, aka the daughter of Babylon. Why? Because just like a daughter takes after a mother, America is taking after the ways of Babylon. So it says sit in the dust, meaning what? Come low. Nobody in there. Do you think they crown a king and the first thing he does is sit on the floor? No. Sitting on the floor is a sign of being humbled and being brought down.
Right. That's right. And if I may finish this up, for thou shalt not more be called tender and delicate.
Right.
Right now, we looking at Babylon is looking like the ugliest country.
Hole in the block.
Yeah, the ugliest hole on the block, bro. You said it perfect. Because right now, every other nation is looking at y'all like, yo, man, y'all looking disgusting. I want to spend $2 on you. Ain't no tourist attractions. Ain't nobody coming here right now. Everything is closing down. Yo,
They was only here for the money anyway. That's why they call America a whore. Because a man would use a whore for sex and, pump and dump. Catch and release. A man would use a whore for sex and just be on his way. He don't care about her financial smash and dash, He don't care about her financial problems. He don't care about who slapped her last week. He don't care about her rent that's due. You know what I'm saying? He there for one thing, and once he get that thing, he out. So the nations, America is a whore because all these other nations come and deal with America for one thing, but they don't want to fight in America wars. They don't want to dig. I mean, some of them actually get Americanized to that point, but for the most part, them goops and all them, that's why the Lord said they shall flee into their own country, because they was only here for resources. And once they get those resources, they going back to the lands they came from, where it may be triple, double, or quadruple, and they build their houses or whatever about there and go back home to live. But they only here for the resources of this place. But they could give a shit less about this place.
And the resources getting drawn out. They done took whatever they had to take from America. America is in a recession right now. They just don't want to let us know. The fiat money that we dealing with, that shit is about to soon be diminished. The green dollars that you got in your pocket, if you got green dollars, that shit gonna be for you to light a fire. It's gonna be, America is on a decline. It's so many stores that's not opening back up right now. We was talking about this years ago. How many stores was closing before any of this pandemic or George Floyd shit broke out? We saw this shit happening, bro. We saw it happening. Dr. J's, all these stores.
Ashley Stewart.
Name some stores that we saw.
Circuit City.
Kmart. Toys R Us.
Sears.
Radio Shack.
JC Penney.
All these stores are declining already, man. Y'all just lucky y'all could go to Target right now. Because guess what? That shit about to be shut down.
They're going to turn all those stores into concentration camps, man, because they've written about these things. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiel Shah, you have people who are insiders who come out and write books about it. They come out and do interviews about it. But Esau likes to control information, so a lot of them sometimes is misinformation and disinformation. But through the scriptures, that's how we're able to filter these things.
Right.
All right. So it makes. Hey, that's why scriptures called the prophets of old. They were known as seers.
Yeah.
Okay, you see things before it happens, and that's hence the word prophecy, to prophesy, brother. To say it before.
Samuel was a seer.
Exactly. Samuel was a seer. You know what I'm saying? So those same men are back here again. Only thing is that you people are blind, so you can't see it, and it's done by design. The Lord said what? He said, why should I basically, if I was to make them not blind, or if they could hear, so they could repent. Right. He don't want you to repent. He wants you to be destroyed. Okay, and you want to be destroyed. That's why you're pledging your soul to the devil Satan.
Oh, there's a saying on the on social media going on right now saying if you don't see America falling, it's because you're falling along with it.
That's heavy.
Damn, that's heavy. You from the inside looking out.
Right.
You're not from the outside looking in. Yeah.
That's heavy, man. That's the vibration right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are more like, hey, you have people with the mindset, oh, YOLO, like, yo, you only live once, this is it, like, that's it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just do whatever. You can't just do whatever, because there are consequences for it. And those consequences is when you're faced with that decision, do I take the chip or not? A lot of people, it's gonna be an easy decision. Yes, I'm taking that chip. That's what a lot of people are gonna do. Why? Because they don't see, they don't have the foresight to see that once you take that chip, you think you about to open the door, and you open the door and just a brick over there, you can't be entered.
Yeah.
What happens then?
Yep.
Remember when we had that Roman that walked past us on Broad and Market, and we asked him, yo, if you get issue with the chip, are you gonna take it? He said, yeah. Remember that Roman?
And Ephraimite, he said he'll fight Yahweh at the army.
And you know what he said?
If
Because
the
it's
army
convenient.
told him.
It's
Yeah.
convenient.
He was a soldier. We like, look, you had direct orders to fight the
Yep.
Lord when he come back. Would you fight him?
Desert
He
Storm
said, yeah.
clothes on and all that. He had his
Death
whole
sentence.
military
Yeah.
outfit on.
He said it's an order. Like he was like a jarhead
follow
type.
orders.
Dude. Young too. He was like 19. He was a young cat.
Young.
He
Ephraimite.
gave a straight serious type answer. He was like, yeah, I'll go out.
Because I gotta
That's-
follow orders.
that's
Because he
not-
got to follow orders.
Hey, you following the wrong orders, man. That's a suicide mission right there. You
Yeah,
gonna
word.
if you see Yahweh Shai, you gonna want to die without even going close to him, bro. But
Right.
hey, like you
Which put
mentioned,
it like in a chariot form.
Right,
He
right, in a
came
chariot,
back in
yeah,
the
yeah,
chariot.
yeah.
You knew it was the Lord, and they told you to go
he
up
still
there and
said
fight
that.
him. You see him
Yeah.
jumping this shit and go check him out.
hey, like Ezra said, you gonna turn to smoke and dust, man.
Right.
But hey, like you was mentioning about the
him
YOLO,
out.
the YOLO thing. Hey, if you had common sense, man, you would think if you only get to live once, wouldn't you want to make the best of that one life? Instead of wasting your time doing crazy, stupid things, you should say, alright, I only get to live once. Let me use this wisely because this one time I get to live, I might do something stupid and I might have to pay for it later. I don't, like speaking from an ignorant perspective, if I don't know what's gonna happen after I die, but I know I only get to live once, I'm gonna do the best that I can to make this life meaningful so that maybe whatever, whoever it is, when I go to the afterlife, they're gonna say, look, you lived a good life, I'm gonna do something good for you. But you say, I only get to live once, so I'm gonna go commit adultery and do all these stupid things. What you think is gonna happen to you after that one life is over? See, Jake always thinks about here and now. They never think of after. They never think of consequence. They never plan ahead. So that's why they get caught up. Yo, we make a left.
With small shit.
You know
Even
what?
with small, like little Jake don't, which is something called
Jake take
direction.
Jake take risk.
Jake they live like Eve. They live off of impulse. Know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we get on Eve, but hey, I see why Eve don't respect a lot of you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Not to justify for them being out of order, but if a man's not leading or trying to provide or try to give any type of supervision or direction, you know what I mean? That's hypergamy. A woman's not gonna respect a man that's beneath her. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, Esau lift these women up anyway, so it's kind of hard to get them to do that because they lifted up. But even the Eve that's on a lower level, if you don't just have basic, characteristics as a man, they're gonna lose respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Why would their alarms gonna go off inside of them, and it's gonna say find better security, find better security. Wah 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 wah.
Red alert.
Bitch ass nigga. Find better security. Find better security. Even if they like you, they naturally built like that, man. So Jake just moved off of impulse. But us as men, we can't be impulsive. You get fucked up out here being impulsive, man.
Can I get a quick script? Hosea 4 and 6. Because our people, ever since the days of Moses, when we left, they just was off, and it was meant for the Lord to have us go off for a certain reason. Because our people were supposed to be weeded out, 2/3 got to be destroyed, and the 144 got to be the elect, and we got to get out of here based upon us doing what we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't even commanding us to go out there like that, but we just out here still trying to talk to y'all through the unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't really out there on the highways and byways like that, but we still got the internet, and as long as the internet going, we still gonna do what we gotta do, man.
But some camps is though. But the Lord chopped some down and left
Yeah.
some out there. But
Yeah.
that's the Lord. He said, "What? Understanding shall withdraw itself into a secret chamber."
That's right. That's right.
You know.
That's
And
right.
this like a secret chamber because now what? You don't have the luxury to find where we at unless
Right.
you just drove
And
past
disclose.
us. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna really if you don't catch us online or personally know us, you would never be able to possibly ask us a question. Now you could drop it on the comment board, but it's all up to the spirit of Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai if a brother really get to that. Cause some comments you know, the spirit, but I ain't answering that. You know what I'm saying? Not on nothing, no cocky type joint, but some of it be like some type simple minded, or it be something that's already in a video, or it be something like yo, there's mad videos on that, or something you could have just typed in and a video, put GMS on it, or a video pop up on it, a simple research. But the luxury of laughing at us, of us entertaining y'all, the luxury of you coming up, like them dudes downtown. I'm downtown today. Let me see if them dudes out here before I get on my bus. I got something to ask them dudes. Or not even just scoffing, just using us as a leech periodically, just to get your questions answered, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like the apostles on 34th and 7. At one point, you had the luxury of just catching a bus, walking up to Tahar. Hey, I got a question for you. Yeah, what's up, brother? Now, you know what I'm saying? That shit is gone. Them days is gone.
And what I could say about
so
that
if you're not even with these camps, hold up, one second, bro. If you're not, see, you people that was bullshitting on crossing over, see, the doors of repentance kind of closed. It's not closed because you can still get right, you still have time, but the doors of repentance closed in the sense of a way of you having access to the brotherhood. Because it was spiritual. Apostle Tahar, he said, look, no new members in GMS. Then right after that, this whole wave hit and all this hit. So then the Fed started fucking with us and all of that. So then the chief brother Gabari, like, look, no new brothers in the camp. You know what I'm saying? So it was what? It was all the spirit. So what? If you was on that other side and brother was just starting to fill you out, and you was bullshit, you was making charity that came to the Lord, you got shut out on that side. Now, do that mean you're not a man of the Lord? No, but now you don't have access to the brotherhood. Since now brothers moving around, going here and there, and we don't know you like that to give us our personal numbers, or tell us, yo, we gonna be in this park in the Bronx, way in the back over here. You know what I'm saying? We don't know you like that to give you that, and it's unwise to do that. So now you gotta figure this thing out for yourself. You know what I mean? Now the videos getting snatched and grabbed left and right, channels getting taken down left and right, videos, edifying joints getting snatched down left and right. So now you gotta try to grab or use the internet, or try to get as much of this truth as you can. It's like coming to a party when it's done. You be like, yo, what's up with the mac and cheese? You got that little corner in the corner. You gotta grab the thing and
scrape those little hard pieces. The hard.
You getting the edges. Yo, pass that potato salad.
It's only one scoop left. Yo, yeah, that's real.
So that's what's being left of this truth. The Lord is taking it away out of the earth, but He's still having mercy. You know, you got access to the internet, but the Lord probably like, look, you got 3 weeks to watch them brothers' video, because I'm gonna have Esau take it down. I'm gonna have Esau clip his whole channel. You know what I'm saying? So you be like, look, them brothers loaded up them videos. I'll give you 2 weeks to watch them. Matter of fact, I'll give you 3 days to watch them. Because the devil already on them. He gonna take them shits down by the end of the week. So that's the Lord just shortening this thing. Even when we used to camp like 8-9 hours. We used to come out like 12 o'clock and leave like 9 at night. Now the camps is like, it went from that to like 5 hours to like 3 hours. Even when I check other brothers out, camp is only like 3 hours.
It's like an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah, camp, an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? And it's not premeditated, like, oh, we lazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, you come out, hey, man, we up out of here, man. You know, somebody be like, yo, you know, for somebody watching for entertainment's sake, he be like, yo, what's up with the rest of the movie? You know, the saga continues. Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, nah, you catch this next week. But that's if brothers get up next week. Brothers might do a sit down and skip a week, miss a week, come out on another day, or the channel get clipped and they load up a new channel. You got, yo, it take a long time to find a brother channel when he's starting from scratch. say you clip a brother channel, and if you don't get the plug on or the link sent to you, ever since they clipped the DTA channel, it's been brothers like, yo, because I hear from other brothers, yo, brothers been asking where you been at. Like, yo, is that brother still in the faith? Where I ain't seen that brother. They like, yeah, brother, oh, he just loaded on his personal channel. He be doing camps on other brothers' channels, like the Baltimore brother, different brothers. He be on other brothers' like channels, as long as the word get out there, you know. But a lot, it's not about preference of person. It's the point of the word. But people, the Lord, the point I'm making is what the Lord is snatching this thing from the earth, man, because what the elect is being said. And you don't got a lot of time to watch these videos, man. Because brother, you got fag in the video, you got nigga woman, or you might curse, or Esau just might take your whole channel down for some for a video 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you like, yo, what? And that's the scripture. I will smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter. Now, that ultimately happened with Yahushua in 70 AD, but we also shepherds under Yahushua. So the Lord having Esau smite our channel, and all those subscribers is just scattering in the web somewhere. You know what I mean? Trying to find, you know, brothers do have preferences. Yo, I like that brother Rod, man. Oh, that brother Tazawan, where's his channel at? Especially if a brother is glued to your teachings, you know what I'm saying? Like the Capo Tazawan, that brother heavy, man. So brothers, a lot of brothers listen to that brother. So his joint, or when they drop, people feel that shit like, damn, what about this? You know, brothers, because that's that food. You know what I mean? That's you being fed. That's like your favorite restaurant, moving somewhere else without notice. You be like, you go there one day like, what happened to Jimmy Buffs? You be like, oh, Jimmy Buffs? Nah, they still around, but they moved somewhere else. You like, where? People like, nobody knows. You like, oh. You Googling shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find where Jimmy Buffs relocated. But they restarted a new location. It takes time for that shit to get popular on Google, for word to get around, for you to find it again. So you might go without that particular shepherd or that brother dropping whatever Jews for a good 4 months, 6 months, 7 months. Brothers subscribing to brothers' channel. They channel like 5 months new. They had like a 5-year running channel, 3-year running channel. They hit you after 5 months. Yo, brother, where you been at? I've been looking for you. You see it on the comment board. But that's it. I will smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter, man. So that even applies to us on a lower scale, even though that's Yahushua in 70 AD. You know?
Yeah, that's the Lord doing that by design too, to make you hasten, like get your ass into this thing, because once you see a brother's channel getting taken down, you be like, oh shit, damn, all them videos they did again, I didn't get to watch them, man. Damn.
You ain't take notes.
You didn't take notes. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you start feeling some type of way, like, damn, I got asked out. You know? So that's the Lord also putting that fire underneath your ass, like, yo, when this word is taken off the streets and off these YouTubes, man, you're not gonna be able to gain access to it anymore. There'll be no direction. There'll be no compass. You're gonna be lost at sea, man. You're gonna be lost.
Certain breakdowns too. There's certain breakdowns, like deep breakdowns, that it takes a minute to go through. You know, there might have been a video done on this
Specifics.
Yeah, specifics, and it's been like re-uploaded, but now it's been taken down. And you looking, and maybe you get to part 2, you looking for part 3, the main part, and it's like video deleted.
Right.
You like, nah. You typing it in, G, this, that, and you ain't finding nothing. And now, where else you gonna get the understanding? You can't Google it, because Google ain't gonna give you no breakdowns.
Right.
You know, so you like, damn, the one source I could have got it at, I can't get it. I don't see any other brothers doing videos on it. You might hit a brother up, and they might be like, yeah, but the spirit doesn't allow them to get to it. So now you like, damn, I don't know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to find it, but like, damn, you know?
It was meant for 2/3 not to get this though, because right now, yesterday was Juneteenth, right? A lot of people was on the social media bigging up Juneteenth, but they don't really grasp the concept of the word of the Lord, because you got a lot of people that's bigging up the fact that, this is a black cultural holiday, but they're not really dealing with the real Israelite culture of our people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I wanted to bring out this precept, because Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 speak about what's going to happen to the majority of our people, man.
This Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Right. So our people, you got a remnant. We a remnant. We only like 5, 6 deep. And it was times when we used to push camp when we was in our higher state. We used to be like 15, 16 deep. Now it might come a time where we only 2 deep or 3 deep. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time right now, last weekend we had people walking through here. It ain't been one person who walked through here today. You know what I'm saying? And that's just showing you the scarcity of this truth. It just shows you that, look, y'all had the opportunity, y'all missed out. It's a nice day, y'all could have been jogging, whatever, riding your bikes, whatever. Y'all choose not to, y'all missed out on this word. You know what I'm saying? Our people are destroyed through lack of knowledge. And I got a Muslim brother, I got a Muslim cousin who tried to argue me down about why we got KKK, why we got killer cops, why we got diabetes in this world. I'm like, yo, that's all a part of the scriptures. But you gotta show me the actual book, chapter, and verse where that's being spoken of. I'm like, yo, go to Deuteronomy 28, man. There's a lot more verses that we can pull out.
You and that cousin must have had it out.
I brung it out.
Keep bringing him up
Yeah,
since
man,
we came out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
man.
damn, that shit must have been a
It's
heated
wrong, bro,
argument.
because like he's my older cousin, but I'm like, yo, damn, bro, you still stuck in your ways at this point in time? You believe in the Most High, just like I believe in the Most High. You call him Allah, but I call him the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. But guess what? You're falling short thinking that it's going to be a revolution through the people, by the people. It's not going to happen that way, man. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way,
Quick
bro.
precept to
Right.
back that Hosea. Therefore, my people are going into captivity. This Isaiah 5 and 13. Salah. Therefore, Isaiah 5 and 13. Therefore, my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge, and the honorable men are famished, and a multitude dried up with thirst.
So, yep. And hey, that's us. That's us. You look. Hey, we used to be the biggest nation. You know, we used to just us in Israel. We were a big nation. Not to mention the pockets of Jake that were living in different areas of the world.
Right.
You know, but now you look at us now. We're not even unified. You know, we're not together. That's why we was mentioned earlier about a remnant. You know, that's only a few left, and it's spiritual because that remnant, that tiny little remnant, is where the answers are at. But now the Lord is going to make that remnant even more scarce. You know, as where people right now they're like, oh, okay. Even if I want to learn about the Israelites, there's so many different groups out there, right? But ultimately, he's going to get to the point, as the scriptures say, then shall they be known who am I chosen. Only the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the elect, are going to have the truth. And everybody else who was calling himself an Israelite is going to run right into the same shoes you in, and all of y'all going to be looking for the true men of the Lord. And guess what? That's going to make it even more scarce and more valuable. That's why the scriptures say, a man shall be more precious than fine gold. Because soon, it's not going to be just we have answers. The answers are going to be made manifest. You know, to where in famine we're eating. You know, in death, in destruction, the power of the sword has no effect on us. You know, so you're gonna see these things and you're gonna say, how do I get that? You know, but for a lot of people, it's gonna be too late. Now I got a quick precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often out again, and wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. All right, so we're already in that time now. All right, because with confusion comes a lot of questions, you know, and people fear what they don't know. So people don't like to be in a state of not being stable. That's why it says in Isaiah 33 and 6.
Right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability.
That's right.
They call it having closure.
Mm-hmm.
Like your daughter, you had dreams of your daughter being killed. The psychic told you, you know, watching the ID channel and all that shit. But you still want closure. Or they catch a lot of these serial killers and they be like, look, man, just tell us where you bury some of these bodies and we won't give you the death penalty. The family want to bury their daughter. And you know, then you got Ted Bundy and them trying to remember where they killed certain bitches. Like, I buried her over here under the stump. over there. And they'll go looking and they'll dig up the bones and shit. And they'll bring the, you know, the body or whatever, closed casket, of course, to the mother. And the mother will finally get that weep out. And that finally closure. And now she can sleep well at night. But for 30 years, she wasn't able to sleep well at night.
Right.
You know, because the serial killer wouldn't tell, you know, till they begged them to tell, like, can you just tell us it's over with, we caught you. You know, just give these families some closure to let them know what happened to their daughter. We figure you did it, but there's no body, no evidence. She don't know if she left, she found love, because it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So they give them, they tell her where the body at, they DNA, bone, teeth, they technology, whatever. They be like, oh yeah, it is Mary Kay, you know, and they dig her up and bury her. And the family weep one last time, and they at peace now.
And that's why that's heavy, because that's why you bury people when they die, because when the person is not buried, the spirit is still around. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's very important that you bury. And once you bury the person, the body, the spirit kind of like leaves that area wherever it's at. You know what I'm saying? It kind of leaves. You can feel like, oh, okay, now it's closure. Like the
Right,
other
it's
just
closure,
said.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. God. So, verse 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. Now, when you read in Proverbs, it tells you what? Wisdom crieth without. All right, she uttereth her voice in the streets. All right, now, wisdom is not crying out by itself. Okay, the way wisdom cries out is by us coming and speaking the words of wisdom. Okay, so you need that voice to carry the words into the ears of the next person. All right, so that's us. So that wit and understanding withdrawing itself is also talking about us, because the Lord has made us the vessel to carry wisdom and knowledge upon the earth.
Quick precept, Luke 1:70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began.
Beautiful precept, exactly. Okay, so every time, man, that precept explained to you that that's how the Most High communicated with people on the earth. Okay, there was always some in between. Okay, there's always some in between. So if hey, it tells you Rebecca, when she was having trouble with her womb, they went and sought for the Most High. They went and sought counsel. All right. Now you think the Most High just appeared to them, pulled up. Hold up, let me fix my garment real quick. Okay. So what happened here is that you're gonna have no. The Most High puts the Spirit upon His men. All right, to give the answers.
That's right. Proverbs 10 and 21. One of y'all brothers.
Verse 10, 21.
Proverbs 10 and 21.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 21. It says, the lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom.
Right. So at the end of the day, we feeding y'all right now, man. This is real food. You know what I'm saying? So the fools, they the ones that's gonna give y'all. You know, they call lip professors in jail. They call them jail lawyers and all that. They'll feed you right into the hands of the men. You know what I'm saying? But we giving y'all wisdom,
Sound doctrine.
salvation, man, through the words of the Lord. Put His words in our mouths, man. We ain't out here talking off our own accord. I just got that script from out of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 21.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this by myself, man. None of us speak upon our own opinions and our own, philosophy.
Right.
We don't deal with a philosophy. We deal according to the scriptures that the Lord gave upon us, man.
Mhm.
That's it.
We speak through the Spirit.
Right. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4, it says, then the word of the Lord, Yahweh, came unto me, saying, so again, like the brother just said, the word of the Lord that we speak from these precepts is not of us. It's the Heavenly Father that puts the Spirit on us, that Ruach, right, for us to say what we say. It says
Right.
what? The word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Okay, so we are prophets unto the nations, not just the nation of Israel, but the nation of Edom as well, the nation of Ham, the nation of Japheth,
Moab,
Ammon, all these other nations, man. We are the prophets. We are the top men on this planet Earth, man, because we understand the top book, and we are one accord with the top power, which is the Most High power, man. You know what I'm saying? That makes us the top men on this planet Earth. Right?
If I may say, the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, Isaiah was speaking according to the burden of Esau, Edom, and that ain't got nothing to do with us. That's y'all fate, and he was giving visions of y'all fate through the whole chapter.
Right.
You understand? So it ain't only about us. It ain't all about Israel. We, us prophets, we, Lord willing, I'll be a prophet, but prophets are speaking about all nations, like the brother was bringing out.
Yeah, sometimes you're reading even Jeremiah, Ezekiel, it'll say the burden of the Lord concerning Edom or concerning Babylon. Yeah, and then it'll say, Son of man, set thy face against Esau, and then prophesy against Mount Seir and say. So sometimes that's why we go into the judgments of these nations. You know, we tell Israel who they are, we tell Esau who they are, and what's going to happen to them. You know? You see what I'm saying? No, that's all right. So back here, 2nd Ezra chapter 5, continuing on at verse 9. The salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chambers, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. So the time is going to come when people are actually going to come looking for us, because they're going to want the answers. You know, there's nowhere else for you to get the answers but by us. If we didn't upload YouTube videos, if our elders and apostles didn't upload YouTube videos, people wouldn't be able to find the true doctrine, especially if you don't know them personally. Okay? So being that the Lord has given us that knowledge, guess what? The time is coming when he's going to hide us. All right?
That's right.
And guess what? You're going to be looking for us. You're going to be looking for, okay, what does this mean? Okay, the chip. I heard about the chip, but now I need more. Okay, you said don't take the chip, right? So how do I live if I, you know, these different things that they didn't want to hear before, now they're going to be looking for us to try and hear it. But it's going to be too late.
If I may say, certain things like Isaiah and the widow woman, how the Lord fed him with the ravens. Certain people don't know those stories. Elijah. The time we came out of Egypt with Moses, people don't know those certain scriptures to help them out, to keep the stability that this is how the Heavenly Father can take you and take care of you in the times during famine.
Right. You don't just eat once. You have to eat it, constantly eat it.
Yeah, it said it gave him bread and flesh in the morning and bread and flesh in the evening.
Yep. And these are all faithful. That's why the scriptures say what was written aforetime, meaning in the past, was written for our learning. All right, that we can get comforted by these scriptures. So we're not sitting here scratching our heads like, damn, how we gonna eat? Because we know the Lord has numerable possibilities of feeding us, of protecting us, of providing for us, and He's listed a few in the scriptures. So we take that and we know that, and we understand that. So we don't even have to have the physical book on us. We can get it from the Spirit. All right, but a lot of you are very far behind. You don't know the scriptures. Okay, you don't know the prophecies. You don't know what's gonna happen. You need somebody to teach it to you. Who's gonna be teaching you when all hell's breaking loose?
Just to add on, just other things, we know Hebrew prayers. The Spirit is dealing with us, so we have that, not to sound proud, but we do have an advantage over other people.
What y'all really need to know is that y'all Israel. Y'all come from these 12 tribes right here. Everybody that walk past us right now, they probably came from these tribes. And what I want y'all to know is that the Lord is sparing y'all and giving y'all grace and mercy for us to even be out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Because up until like 2 weeks ago, we wasn't camping like this. We wasn't out here. It's a lot of brothers that's doing this right now, but you know, as far as what we doing, PTA, MOV, yo, we just trying to give y'all, yo, not us. The Lord is still trying to spare y'all right now, man. Because when the gates of repentance close, y'all gonna be looking. Y'all gonna be looking over here.
It's gonna be too late. Because our mind ain't gonna be on no teach nobody. Because the Lord said, I'm gonna turn you out from fishers to hunters. So if you come around then, be like, y'all ain't trying to teach you. You know, brother might chop your head off, man. You know, because we gonna go from fishers to hunters. Now, a fisher is a hunter too, but it's two different mentalities. You know what I mean? Because I actually fish. When you fishing, you humble, you peaceful. You know what I mean? You patient. You trying to catch this, you trying to catch that. You might walk onto this side of the lake. You might row to this side of the lake. You switching up different lures, different baits, and you grateful for whatever you catch. But when you're a hunter, it's like fishing, you hunting too, but it's a different instinct. You got the gun. I mean, you creeping through the woods, the slightest sound you hear, you gonna clap that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just, you know what I mean, you got your keen sense on. I mean, you got your killer instinct on. You creeping through in your fatigues and shit.
And
You know,
going
yeah,
for a big game.
You hunting big game. You see something, you gonna lay it down. So your whole fishing and hunting is fishing and hunting with a gun or a crossbow or whatever is the same tactic. They both hunting, but it's two different mind state instincts.
Right. And when you fish, you let the fish come to you. You know, when you hunt, you really going after them. You gotta follow them. What you do the same thing with fishing, but with fishing you're more patient.
You trying to bait it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Trying to get in the come, trying to
You
deceive
got on the
them.
camouflage, like you said. You got the gun that look the same color as the trees, and you hunting something that's bigger.
And your mind is like, yo, I wish I would see a fucking deer right now with this big ass 12 gauge. You know, or you got some new fucking crossbow with new bolt heads that rip up and spring out when they come through some crazy shit. So your mind like, yo, I wanna try this shit out so bad. Where the fuck is this deer at? Or this turkey? I ain't gonna give his ass. You know, I mean, it's patience too with hunting. But your eagerness is like, or something your man like, it's over here.
You more humble when you're a fisherman.
A
but when
fisher,
you're
you like, man, I'm just grateful for
throw your
catching
rod out there.
some shit the size of my hand for the day. You know, even if you don't catch nothing, you happy. You just like, cause it's a saying. I got you. It's a saying. A bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. So you know, cause going fishing, you out in the nature. You just happy to get out, cast. You catch. Hey, if I catch 2 or 3 fish, I always say to a brother, hey, if it was a famine, we wouldn't starve, and we leave. You know what I'm saying? If they biting and we catch some nice ones, then cool. Well, you just grateful to get out and somebody listen. Man, they was a hopeful elect, no willing, I don't know.
Right.
But at least somebody listened. Nobody listened, but at least the word got put up on the internet. Maybe somebody listened through that. Hopefully it hooked somebody. I don't know. We throw the line another day. But hunting is a total different instinct. You know, you still hoping you get some, but it's that killer instinct. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord gonna turn us to terminators, man. Certain brothers with that spiritual power. You know, you gonna wish you see a homo or a lesbo. You know, or you know, somebody in a Edomite or whatever, anything in opposition of Yahweh Shah, man. You're gonna be like a spiritual terminator, man, in that hunting mode.
Oh, just to add on to the hunting thing with the cartoon with Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny, when he be chasing him, he be relentless. He just be hunting them down. No mercy.
Yo, you know they took the guns away from Elmer Fudd and Sammy Sam, right?
He do. Yo,
took the guns away
that's
from
some
them.
Esau shit, though. But
Yeah,
that
Esau
shows us
is
that's a heavy point, brother. That shows the spirit, because Elmer Fudd was clapping at his.
Very, very quiet.
Yo, when he got on his ass,
Boom!
He-
Double
yo,
barrel, 12 gauge
he
shotgun.
wasn't letting up. He wasn't letting up, and that's how it's gonna be. A 10 of you shall chase 100.
Yep.
A 100 of you shall put
10,000
10,000 a
flight.
flight, and all of that, man. Yeah, man, it's gonna have that hunting, killing instinct.
Or
man.
the other example, the Road Runner,
How you be chasing, yo.
Wild E. Coyote. That's
and he
the
get
thing.
that look in his eye like that.
Now, Wild E. Coyote, the Acme bombs and all that shit,
Yeah.
he used to develop all type of ways to try to catch Roadrunner. Like, all type of ways. Wild E. Coyote, that motherfucker had it out for Roadrunner. But you know, that's Jake.
Hey,
Esau, you'll never get us.
ultimately showing you that in that time it's gonna be very, very chaotic. The time of talking and breaking things down is gonna be no more, man. You're not gonna have that second. Hey, it tells you in Amos it's gonna be like a man flee from a lion and a bear met him, or he ran to the house and laid his hands on the wall and the snake bit him. So in every corner there's gonna be death, adversity. You running from here into this to there. So you're not gonna have that second of trying to calm down and do this. Oh, that's the Lord is gonna have us like that.
Hey, you could break this scripture down to me. Man, like, yo, you see what the fuck is going on out here? You gonna actually have dumbass niggas that run into you or call you if they can, answer that shit. Even now, it be possible 2/3. Like, hey man, so what you think about this? I'd be like, man, listen, man, I don't even really want to talk about that right now. And it's the word, man.
Right.
You know, to certain frame of minds that been around for a while that took this thing for granted, I'm not talking to you, man. Go on the internet and pray to the Lord that you find it. Or if I got a video link, I see the video link, man. You know what I'm saying? But like for people, because a lot of these jakes out here, they think, especially the ones in your family, they think you their personal fucking teacher.
Right.
They're like, oh, man, I could tell you, fuck you, I don't believe what you talking about. Then when I get a scratch, I could call you up 3 weeks later and you'll tell me whatever the fuck I want to know. And I can still shit on you and call you back, cause nigga, you my cousin.
Right.
Or your mom date my father and you my in-law, or some crazy shit. Or we went to school together, you my boy, nigga, so you gotta tell me. I mean, man, I be like, listen, man, a brother called me, he was like, hey, man, so when you gonna teach? He thought it was back in the day. He just got out of jail. So he was like, hey, man, so when you gonna teach one of those, because I used to do studies 2 days a week. So he was like, yeah, man, so when you gonna do like one of those lessons again, this and that? I'm like, I ain't doing no motherfucking lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit is over with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you better, I'm like, yo, what about your notebooks? Out of all them lessons brothers was dropping in studies, you ain't write that shit down? He like, nah. I'm like, yo, shit. I don't know what to tell you. Just, I'm gonna send you some links of the apostles and just try to get what you can get off of that. But I'm not about to take time, because we used to do that. We used to take time out, drive to brother's house, work of an evangelist, sit down, build them up, do this and that. See, give me the parable of the virgins, man.
The 5 wise, 5 foolish?
Yeah.
I just got that right now.
Okay, beautiful, man. Can you read that, Bob?
This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Right? And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
Right, so guess what? Because you got 10 virgins, 5 were wise, 5 foolish. Why, if you got an oil lamp, why wouldn't you carry oil for your lamp? It's only one reason: you fucking lazy. Because look, when you lugging shit around and it's hot, it's harder to travel. Like them soldiers, like, hey, when we go to like Atlanta and shit like that, especially when it's hot, brothers be like, yo, I'm trying to travel light. I'm gonna throw some wife beaters and some drawers in there. Man, that shit, I'm not lugging, because when you lugging shit around with you, it makes you even hotter. It's more burdensome, but you gonna need that shit down the road. So look, while you lollygagging in your fucking old eyes and your Converses and your wife beater with that light ass oil lamp, while you got the wise versions in the back, hot as hell. Hold on. I got a trail, I got a fucking dolly of shit. You logging that shit in 112-degree weather. You just logging that shit. So the spiritual point is what? People are spiritually lazy. You know what I'm saying? Them foolish virgins, they were spiritually lazy. Because they had the option to take the oil just like the wise virgins did, but they chose not to carry it because it was too burnt. They thought of, we was talking about earlier, that instinct, that then and now. They wasn't really thinking about later, you know? So you want to save up spiritually in your spiritual bank account. You want to invest in things above instead of things on the earth. So what? You could be well off in the end. So finish that.
Done. It says, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made.
Yeah, so while Yahushua was away, you know, the truth came away from us. Then at the height of this kingdom, midnight, that's the height of night, it was a cry made. That's why, you know, at the height of something, once you at the top, only place you could go is down.
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's why I said at midnight there was a cry made. Meaning at the peak of the night, like 12 noon. That's the peak of the day. At midnight, that's the peak of the night. So it was a cry made. So that's how you know this devil is at the height of his kingdom, because the cry that's being made is the Israelites waking up, telling our people to repent and come back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua before this world get destroyed. So that's the cry being made at midnight. So that's how we know the next thing is the climax with this devil just drop at fall. I seen Satan fall for heaven as lightning. So the next turn is devil will just drop down that slope and crash into that wall, man. So he said at midnight there was a cry made.
Right? It says, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
Yeah, and this is very spiritual. Trimming your lamp is when you deal, now you gotta know about oil lamps. When you deal with oil lamps, an oil lamp,
Clean that glass.
right, an oil lamp, it burns, right?
Soot.
The soot. That's the debris and shit that gets on, or if you ever had a kerosene heater, if you don't clean that fucking kerosene heater, you gotta trim it. You gotta get that soot off, or that shit gonna burn hot. You know what I'm saying? If you don't clean that debris from that fire burning, it's gonna make your flame burn hotter. And when your flame burn hotter, your oil burn out faster. So when the wise virgins, they trimmed their lamps, meaning what? They got all of at midnight. See, this is a badass parable, man. So at midnight, there was a cry made. So the wise virgins heard the cry and they got their shit in order. You know what I mean? They was already wise, but they tightened up. See, that's what brothers be pushing. Look, don't slacken up now. Keep pushing through. Stay on your watch. Hold fast to this thing. Don't give up. Tighten up. Don't lighten up, tighten up. Pastor Tahar said that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because what? As this cry being made, the wise virgins trimmed their lamps. So a lot of bullshit they was doing, they stopped. A lot of goals and shit that they had or planned on making, they trimmed it. They cut it out. You know what I mean? So that's you pulling that debris off of your lamp. This, what do you call it? The soot. The soot. That's that black shit and all that get on your flames. And when that debris gets in your flame burn hotter.
And it goes quicker.
And when your flame burn, all right, what a burnout. You got 2 frying pans with 10 milliliters of oil in it. You got 1 pan on full blast and 1 pan on half blast. Which frying pan will run out of oil quicker? The one on full blast. So when that debris makes your fire burn hotter, your oil's gonna run out quicker. So when you trimmed your lamp, see, the reason why the foolish virgins didn't trim their lamps, they took shit for granted because they was foolish. And they shit burnt out way faster than they thought. Then they like, oh shit. And they look back like, oh, they still got half a fucking tank left. You know? That's like you driving, right? We on the highway. I put my shit on cruise control. We both got a tank of gas going to Florida in hybrid cars. I put my shit on cruise control. We both got packed cars. 5 people could fit in my shit, 5 people could fit in yours. We both could make it to Florida. What you do with your car, you start racing your shit to Florida. I put my shit on cruise control and I don't hit the gas as much and I just ride down. You hauling ass, you in states ahead of me, right? All of a sudden, you like, oh shit, nigga, the gas light is on. I thought that brother said this shit could make, because certain hybrids got like 700 miles on it. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 miles per gallon, 60 miles per gallon. The new ones got like 80 miles per gallon. You know what I'm saying? So you like, yo, that brother said this shit be able to get us to Florida. Yeah, your dumb ass was racing this shit down the fucking strip. You stomping the gas. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I
I threw my shit on cruise control. Cause when it's on cruise control, the car just coasts. You don't have to gas it that much. Or you could tap it like real lightly. And you make it to Florida with a quarter tank left. And I drive past you, but when I drive, I stop right quick like, yo, what happened? You was like, yo, the shit ran out of gas. How much gas you got? I'm like, yo, I got a whole half a tank. Like, how you run out? I'm like, yo, you was racing your shit. I told you, you shut it. Yeah, we was having fun. I ain't know where to burn out that fast. You ain't take heed, cause bro, we told you stop racing and punching your shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So your shit burn gas a lot faster. So what you say is, hey, why won't two of y'all get out and two of us get in your shit? Nah, hell no, nigga, you assed out. So that's when they said, look, let's get some of your oil. Nah, ain't enough. It's only 5 people can fit in here. If we put one of y'all niggas in the trunk, you gonna suffocate. You know? So like, yo, you assed out. You know what I'm saying? The Edomites come late night and blow your head off. That's on you, nigga. I told you to stop racing your shit. We out. We can't. We got a deadline to meet. Sayonara. Y'all gotta handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't trim their lamps, which makes their fire burn hotter. So they kept that little bullshit. And by the way, with an oil lamp, when the soot burn, that dark shit get around your glass, and you can't, your light is not as bright. So it's important to clean. Hey man, I might order me an oil lamp just to do a physical sit down on that. Because that parable is, hey, Howard Shaw's the greatest rapper. You know, that soot get on your glass of the oil lamp, and it makes it, and it darkens it. So as you coming through dark places, you be like, oh shit, I ain't see that snake there. Like, what the fuck? I almost stepped on a copperhead. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't get bit. Maybe it reached out to bit you, and you look down like, oh shit, a fucking poisonous snake did. And you look like, yo, my lamp is not shining like how it's supposed to. So now the truth isn't as helpful and is as useful to you. Why? Because you ain't clean the soot off. You ain't study how you were supposed to. You ain't install his word within you so you can apply it in the times to come to get you through. The light is not shining as bright.
Matthew 25, continuing on at verse 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps, and the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out.
Yeah, and that's some brothers, yo, come back to teach us. Oh, teach me. You know? Like, yo, I'm not teaching you. And yo, and if you was to teach somebody, do a big class or something like, yo, all right, brothers come together or something like that. Or when brothers get up, we go over certain things, this and that. But the Lord is moving this thing forward, man. You know? You perceive, because like I said, these fucking morons in the world think you their personal tutor, man. Hey, come over and let's go over some scriptures. Like, yo, I'ma stop what I'm doing. Yeah, people think that. Not brothers. Yeah. Because brothers do ask me that. I'm not talking about brothers. I'm talking about bullshitting ass niggas that's in the world playing around and figure they see all these things rolling and figure they could, because the brother do ask, this not a direct shot towards you. I'm talking about bullshitting ass niggas. And they figure like, oh, and then when you say you happen to do that, they not writing none of this shit down. They just listening to you like, yeah. And they would add on to what you saying. Like nigga, we ain't building. I'm teaching you, nigga. Shut the fuck up. We ain't building. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, they come with their own shit, and they wanna like match with you. Like y'all, like I cut them niggas off. I be like, yo, man, I'm still yeah. I cut them niggas off, man, and they don't know. See, this truth got growing stages to it. It's no matter what. See, time don't wait for nobody. You know what I'm saying? This truth is aging and that kingdom is coming. So whatever stage of this truth you come in, that's the stage you land in. Just give whatever portion the Lord gave to you and hope he had mercy on you. But a lot of brothers that you having access to, a lot of brothers and certain heads or brothers that's on a level to feed and teach you. Hey, you gotta remember, brothers gotta keep themselves in order too. I mean, you gotta, hey, brothers gotta work on their health. Some brothers got kids. Some brothers still working. Some brothers might still got classes or something to take, or they in school for whatever for the time being. And you want me to sacrifice that? Now, for a brother that's coming along that happened to be in the camp and he's a young brother, okay, fine. But for a bullshitting ass dude that was around before and that went into the world and had fun and he was doing this thing and tried to re-fucking surface and think I'm gonna be your personal fucking tutor, nigga, you fucking smoking something. What he saying, strictly business? When he walked in there, he said, "What you on?" He said, "I ain't on nothing." "Oh, you on something?" And whatever it is, it's some powerful shit. But that's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's the breakdown to that part. Oh, is more on that?
Yeah, it's a little bit more. It says, you have something?
No, finish.
Okay. All right, so continuing on at verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
Yeah, you gotta put in your own work and try to get what you can get. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this brother last week, that brother caught a $60 Uber over here. Right. Now I mean, because that's how important the word was. You know, you had other brothers, some brothers overslept. You know, yo, what happened to you? I overslept. Listen, we ain't in time for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What you mean you overslept? This the truth. This the word. You know, brothers wake up for punt bitches. Brothers wake up for jobs, for school. This is a priority, man. The brother is in that fortune, ain't got a bunch of money laying around, but he took $60 of his money to come to camp, man. And he could have came late by catching trains and shit, but he wanted to be on time. So the brother spent his bread to come from BK to the Bronx. To come first one here. And he was the first one here. Beat everybody here. You know? And that showed that, hey man, that showed. But Jake that been around, been lingering around, that, you know, that had brother's number and still got it, that strayed off and hung out and he trying to research, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Hey man, and the minute, you know, I be called you with shit, hey, in a minute, I'm be like, yo, it's over, man. You done for, man. You know? But I just be trying to keep the peace and keep shit, you know? I'm gonna put motherfuckers on block in a minute, but I don't really like changing my number. I had the same number for like 13 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, that's another thing you gotta watch. You give out your damn phone number to. Because some of these dudes be spiritual pests that don't want to repent. Not to say it's sincere and diligent. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not your personal tutor. I'm not your personal spiritual comforter, so you can hear the word or argue with me about a quarter of the shit I say to you. Now, I mean, you write none of it down. You ask me the same shit 3 months later. These dudes is bugged the fuck out, man. That's the foolish virgins that know we got the truth, but was playing with this world. They ain't trim their lamps. They ain't take shit serious. So as shit roll out, they want some of your energy. They want you to comfort them. Nigga, I ain't comforting you. I'ma comfort my woman. I'ma link up with, man, fuck you, man. I'ma link up with my woman. I'ma get up with my woman. And this bitch is a demon. But fuck it, I'ma get up with her and sit here and tell you a bunch of scriptures that you ain't even gonna remember or write down. Or that's a waste of fucking time. Right. I'm wasting my time with this bitch, but at least she's my woman. Yeah. I might get some box at the end of the night, but with you, I'm gonna get agitated, frustrated, and a headache. And I'm gonna just be talking to the air, man.
One ear out the other.
Yeah, no, they listen, but it's amusement, it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? They don't, listen, if you heard some viable, I got index cards in my car, bro. I got pins in my shit everywhere. Because when I'm bumping brothers, hey, yo, I'll pull over. I'll be at the light. I'm jotting what that script was. I'm jotting scripts down.
I'm putting precepts down. You know, I've been in the truth for some years now. You know, so, and I'm still jotting and writing shit down, man.
That's right. That's right.
But you got a brother that listening to what you saying, like, all right, I'm gonna break down this Revelation 22. And he just sitting, he never heard it before. He just sitting there with no pen, like, yeah, okay. But what about this though? Well, he got all these questions and everything to say, but he ain't right. Nigga, you got photographic memory or something? Hey man, don't wait. That was them foolish virgins, man. Don't waste your time, man. You gotta show diligence, you know, to this thing, man. You know, you gotta prove yourself. It said, be the friend proven first and be not hasty to creditor.
Hey, there's a way you can tell when you're speaking to somebody if they actually listening or not. Because you might break down a certain verse to them and they're looking at you like this. And you expecting a question. And you ask them, you know what that means? Huh? Oh, yeah. That's what does that mean? You see, because they're not listening. Hey, the scriptures say it's like talking to somebody who's asleep. And then when you're done, they're going to ask you what you said. Right. You know, you tell them the whole thing, and then you ask them one question, they're like, wait, what was that? You talking about Esau, and they're asking about, I don't know, freaking Amalek somewhere, or Ishmael somewhere, or something like that. Because they're not following up. If you breaking down the scripture to me that I never heard before, I said, wait, the dragon? Okay, wait, what does that mean? Is that a real dragon, or is it not? You know, then you say, nah, it's figurative. Okay, so who is it talking about? Right. Esau. Wait, so what precept can you use? I'm actually asking because I want to know.
Right, being inquisitive.
Exactly. But they just look at you like.
That's why I said, cast not your pearls before swine. Like if I put or give not which is holy to a dog. I got a dog. If I put a pearl necklace on my dog, she gonna rip that shit up. If I give $100 to my dog, she gonna rip that shit up. She don't know the value of it. So it's the same thing with these foolish virgins and these peons out here. If you give them the word, you give them something precious, they're not gonna hold on to it. Right. They're not gonna write it down. They're not gonna record what you're saying. Why? Because it's not precious to them. You know, it's just something for the time to appease their fear. Because they see shit coming up the pipeline and they scared and they know somebody who got the answers, so they want that temporary comfort. But nigga, I ain't giving it to you. Maybe 6-7 years ago, I'll gladly run it back in your ear 8-9 times. You know? And sit on the phone with you for 3 hours and go over shit. Now, hell no, man. Especially if you a brother. See, that's why, the Lord is shrinking this thing, man. Because even the brothers in the camp is like on a level to the point where they just like, and there's a lot of things on the tube. Brothers got notepad. I got notebooks and shit. Satan took a couple of them, but even when he took them, a lot of shit of it was still stuck in my dome.
Because of you. Notepad.
Yeah.
You bought a whole
I got the
sneaker
same,
box full.
I got the same joint.
Yo,
Index
I
card.
got like 5 of these due to the elder. And they all full with scriptures and lessons and tests and
yeah, because this word is precious. Somebody give you like, yo, I'm going to hold on to that. Somebody tell you where a secret treasure at. You ain't just going to listen to that shit like, all right, where to go, bust a left where? Okay, keep explaining it. You going to be like, hold up, before you start talking.
Let me write that shit
up.
down.
Yo, you got a pen? Or a badass bitch. You ain't going to be, what's your number? 908. For what? Oh,
you gonna type that shit
you
in your
gonna
phone?
Like, hell no.
And you
like,
gonna call
hold up,
right
baby.
back right
hold
there.
Up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Then you gonna call her right there,
right back.
and you gonna run it back. Run it back.
That shit is a real number.
Did it ring? I see you later. I see you later, baby.
That's confirmation.
That's confirmation.
Right.
Oh, you have something?
I got a quick piece of back you up on the laziness. This is Proverbs 6:10. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber. Oh, my bad, Slakia. It's Proverbs 6:9. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man.
Right, and guess what? You sleep, and that's even something carnal. People say, yo, that hustle hard a lot. They say, look, I get sleep. I get enough sleep when I'm God. Because they on this money for mission, this mission for money. And
You know, so that apply on the carnal and the spiritual, but more on the spiritual. Because what? Now we building up what? Our spiritual bank account. Because the Lord said, according to a man's works, he who received 5 talents and flipped it to 5 shall get 5 cities. And no telling what those cities is. That could be 5 planets, 5 galaxies, 5 whatever. You know what I'm saying? 5 solar systems, 5 whatever. And he said the man that got 10 talents flipped it to 10 more talents. So he got 10 cities. So every man shall be rewarded according to his work. So as we do these works and as you build up your spiritual bank account, when it's time to actually to cash in, you know what I mean? You're going to have, you know, the elect going to be blessed, period. But you're going to have the Lord going to give you based upon your portion of labor that you had dropped, you know? So you want to invest into your spiritual bank account. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, you know, getting up with the brotherhood, building up a brother, you know, doing studies, doing sit-downs, praying, even listening to videos. That's help, because what? When you listen to a video, that's building yourself up. You know what I mean? Because those scriptures being ran back in your head, you getting nice little other pointers and so on, coming to camp. That's building yourself up. Even though we come together to push the word out, but we all feel from the word from different angles and perspectives. So we grab from each other while we here. That's why when you leave from brothers, you feel like enlightened and refreshed in the spirit. Like, wow, that was like, you know, like, because each brother, we all poured into each other. Because the Lord each gave us a different portion. It's the same doctrine, same truth, same Father, same apostles, but it's different spirit that the Lord put on each and every one of us. So as things come out, we drinking each and every one drink. You know, he got the lemonade, he got the Uptown, he got the, you know, whatever. You know, we are in it, and we all getting filled and hydrated, you know, from each other. So when we done, we just got that spiritual refreshing.
If I may say, the key word that he had mentioned a few sentences ago, he said invest. The investment is the Lord want to see how much you're going to invest in him, because it's a scripture that says build not their kingdom in this world, but in the kingdom of heaven. And that's what we trying to do, man. We investing in the heavens. We not putting an investment in stocks in this world. We don't invest in Pepsi or McDonald's.
Because you can't do both. You can't do both. Very few people was able to do both. Very few. Right. But the scripture said you can't. Because look, when you are dealing and running your own business, you're going to be busy. And then if you got like a family, forget about it. Forget about it. See, like I work for myself and I do long hours, but I'm still able to serve the Lord. And it's not really interfering. I don't really have to sacrifice much because I don't have like wife and kids and stuff like that. Because when you load responsibilities on yourself, that's when you push. And that's how dudes fall out, man. They load all these responsibilities on themselves, and it becomes overburdensome, and it pushes the word out, man. But get that Shabbat 38:24.
God. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 38, verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure."
Leisure from the Latin leer, or the Spanish word leer, which means to read. You know what I'm saying? So leisure, just study time. So the way you come on a level with this thing is by studying. You know what I'm saying? By investing your time into the truth and building yourself up. You know, the Lord said, if any man go build a tower, do he not count the cost first? The tower is what? Yourself. Before you can teach any brother, you got to invest into yourself. You know? The most important, besides your Yahweh Shemi Hawashah, the most important person on the planet is you. You gotta build yourself up first. You know what I'm saying? Because, okay, thank you, brother. Because if you don't invest in yourself first, how you can help somebody else? You know, how am I teach you if I don't know shit? And you know what I'm saying? How, if I'm out of shape and out of weight, how am I teach you how to get, I'm gonna look like a hypocrite. Even if I was saying the right things to you, you're not gonna be motivated by, that's like having a fat personal trainer. Big motherfucker walking, barely could breathe, wobbling. See what you gotta do,
Do
sister.
15 sit-ups.
What you gotta do
Nigga,
is
you
this.
do 15 sit-ups.
You know, look, he could be saying golden shit, but it's hard to believe. Why? Because he's not acting it out himself. So you got to build up. That's why I say if any man go to build a tower, which is the tower is who? Yourself. And if you look at a tower, it look like the capital letter I. And even on the tarot card on the left-hand side, the card for I is a tower. You know what I'm saying? So if any man, so the Lord saying, if any man approaches truth, he not cost to count the cost first. Meaning what? If any man go to build himself up first, do he not count the cost? And then what he say, Peter, when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. But once you converted, then you strengthen your brother. You don't try to strengthen somebody when you're not fully on a level, because you can actually hurt the person or be poisoning them or be giving them some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to build yourself up first. Then when yourself get built up and you on a level, then you could teach, then you could do this, then you could do that, then you can maneuver and do this. So opportunity of a learned man coming by leisure. Read on.
It says, and he that hath little business shall become wise.
Little carnal business. Because studying, people say my leisure time and they think, oh, my leisure time is time to bullshit. No, your leisure time is time for you to build yourself up. Whether you working out, whether you studying, whether you studying in Hebrew, whether you praying, whether you fasting, that's what you do in your leisure time. Especially us as men, you shouldn't just have time that's just like bullshit time. Like, yo, and that's them niggas in the world that's bums on the couch. Like, yo, what you doing? Nothing. What you do all day? Nothing. What you do all yesterday? Nothing. Yo, it's bored as hell. Yo, it ain't shit to do. Yo, nigga, run some laps. Study. Look up how to build, you know what I'm saying? You got a dog, you just bought a dog, look up how to build a dog house. You going, like, you know, that's why you put that precept, like when you start sluggering and sleeping, now I mean, then poverty comes, which is what, that spiritual poverty. Now you that bum on the couch, gaining all this weight. Now I'm talking in the spirit, but and in the physical. But you do got them jakes out there that did nothing with their day. Even if you wasn't working, but yo, what the fuck did you do with your day?
Outcast, they said you gotta get out and do something. Don't spend all your day trying to get high. You gotta get out and do something. Remember that?
Yeah, and remember that
Outkast.
song, Because I Got High?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I got high.
Yeah.
I would have did this,
But I got high.
Because I got high. Right? Listen, man, you gotta stay motivated. You gotta stay moving.
Right.
Whether it's you moving mentally, because when you got spare time outside of work, because what work do? If you don't have a job where you can study like security or some shit like that, where you busy, and even some security jobs like no books on the desk, they kind no laptops, you like, damn, no phones, you like, damn, what the fuck, I'm supposed to look at the wall? But they be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you like, damn. So
That's oppression.
while you at work, your mind is focused on working. So only thing you could do is think about scriptures, maybe. But when you outside of work, now you like, all right, I'm off the plantation. I got time to do this. I got time to do that. You shouldn't just be, all right, brothers play the game. I got the game. But you shouldn't be playing a fucking video game for 5 hours a day. I recently bought like 2 video games. I felt dumb as hell. This was like 4 months ago, because I still ain't playing them yet. You know? Yeah, I bought 2. I bought Gears of War 5, and I know it's a little old, I bought Gears of War 5, and I bought Madden, the latest Madden. And I ain't even played this shit yet. I bought, and I ain't buy it in a case. I bought it from the online and just downloaded it to my system. But I still never played the shit. Both games was like $40, $50, some shit like that. But I'm like, damn, I bought that shit for nothing. But maybe one day I'll get around to play it. But I'm so occupied in doing other things. I'm trying to work on my health. I like to cook. It's like, yo, how could I perfect this dish? How could I make this better? Instead of just making these 2 dishes, why won't you learn how to cook something else? Why won't you master something else? Maybe, hey, everybody say this is good. You don't need to add nothing to it. You're gonna fuck it up. Why don't you learn how to make lamb? Why don't you get good at red snapper? You got the salmon, try the red snapper now. Look up some recipes. Go to the store. Come back home. Try it. Fuck it up. Serve it to somebody. See how they like it. You know what I'm saying? That's adding to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or work out, exercise, run some laps. Pray, meditate, fast, go do a hobby, something you like. Because when you do hobbies, it takes stress from you. When you do something you don't like doing, it adds stress. So what's the opposite of that? When you do something you do like doing, it takes away stress. So a lot of your hobbies, start doing your hobbies, man. A lot of people be stressed out because, for one, you had a job you don't like. You with a woman you don't like. You in a living situation you don't like. So that shit adds a lot of stress. So you need to exercise to add that balance, to burn some of that shit off. Or find a hobby you like doing and pursue it, and that kills some of that stress. But look, a lot of people don't even know what they like doing because they don't invest enough time within themselves. They don't even know what the fuck they like. How something become your favorite food? It became your favorite food because you were trying different shit out and you said, this is my favorite food. You ain't just say, you see that right there? That's my favorite food. Baked mac and cheese. No, your favorite food became your favorite food because you was trying shit out. You took time to invest into yourself, man. That's important because a lot of times brothers focus on building up other brothers, doing all this with the other brothers, which is cool, especially different brothers that's heads and whatnot. That's cool too, but don't forget about yourself, man. That's important because if you go under, you know, that's it. You know, that's it. Nobody really look after you. You know, and this is not full truth, but nobody really look after you like yourself, man. You know, that's why the Lord said, examine ourselves. You know, as we judge ourselves, we should be judged of no man. So you got to be on self. To be selfish could be a bad thing in the wrong way, but it's also a good thing to be selfish, to invest into yourself. I mean, not to be on a wicked, like men shall be lovers on the self or some conceited wicked shit, but you want to invest into yourself, man. You know, nobody gonna say, hey, Aharon, did you do your push-ups this morning? You know what I'm saying? We about to do that. That's Satan. But you gotta be on yourself. There's certain little things, people ain't about to remind you about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, brother not gonna be on that, you know? So, you know, Satan came. But, you know, hey, he came at the end of the session. You late, devil! That's right. And with that, I wish y'all brothers got something to say, man. With that, Lord willing, next week, hope that was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.
Praises to Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Makakodash.